Hello, everyone. We are live, and once more we forgot to move the microphone.
Yeah, let's move it here into the middle. Yeah, good evening, folks. We are back for our fifth dive into nighttime Seattle, and yeah,
It's gonna be fun,
it will. It will.
or maybe it's gonna be boring, or maybe it's gonna be weird. Maybe the game's gonna crash. You don't know. I don't know.
But whatever will happen, we will share stories, memories, and insights from the glorious age of 2014 to 2019, when I was the creative leader for the Swedish takeover of World of Darkness.
The Swedish takeover over the Icelandic takeover.
Yes, exactly. Because the Icelandic takeover was the first part.
I think by now the World of Darkness has been Nordic for more time than it's been American.
Yes. And V5 is the longest running supported edition of Vampire. V5 is that.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It hasn't had as fast publication history, of course, as Revised or Second, which really published a lot per year. But that is partially intentional because we wanted to go for slightly more higher quality prestige products rather than pushing out very, very fast, often quite unedited books. And Anarch, those are the ones that are published. And of course, In Memoriam is fairly recent. I wrote a whole bunch for it. And there's 2 more books featuring a lot of stuff that I've written coming out, including more stories. Just the other day you saw my group to test the live from the Succubus Club story.
Oh yeah, that one. That one's coming out. Yeah.
Yep,
for sure.
And then we have the something else coming out that I'm not going to talk about.
You better not,
because
as your lawyer advised you not to do it.
Yeah, Renegade hasn't announced it yet, but there are more books featuring my attempts to tie together a lot of the loose ends that began in V5. And some of those loose ends are dangling across Seattle. And some of them I know that the writers don't know what the sort of conclusion to is yet. But stay tuned and watch the Renegade publication schedule, and you're going to find a lot of interesting stuff. Specifically in Memoriam, you will find finally a write-up of the content in Bloodhunt. Officially for V5. So the characters from Bloodhunt finally making their way into V5. That is the vampire characters. Of course, the Second Inquisition, and specifically the Society of Saint Leopold, was the focus of Bloodhunt as the main NPC antagonists in that game. Those were created deeply in collaboration with Sharkmob, which has been the company, apart from Paradox, that I have worked with most intensely when it comes to World of Darkness content. We were just as dubious as most people when they told us that they wanted to make a vampire shooter game, of course. It took a long time of convincing, several visits to Prague, and getting a lot of confidence in their ability to pull that off. But that is a lot of the content, both of the Second Inquisition book that Kenneth Haidt wrote, and a lot of the illustrations in the core book are also concept art directly from the excellent pre-production art from Bloodhunt. So V5 is not a game that was created in a vacuum. It was created partially in collaboration with Brian Metsoda and his team, and partially in collaboration with Martin Hultberg and his team at Sharkmob. I continue that collaboration then going into Exoborn, which is also unpublished, the next big third-person shooter from Sharkmob that has a lot of the sort of the beautiful traversal mechanics and so on are pushed.
I saw some of the beta. It looks very, very interesting.
It is super nice. It's a cli-fi game in a lot of ways, climate fiction. It's a post-climate collapse universe, and a lot of times I played it as like, this could be a mage game. It could be a world taken over by the technocracy, like and a failed attempt of the technocracy.
I mean, the world is a failed attempt of technocracy taking over already.
Yeah. But it has sort of the main corporation there has, I think, shades of both technocracy and Pentax, you could say. So yeah. But anyways, that is an aside. We will now go into the game, try to focus on playing it a bit more than last time, and see what happens with our dear Nomad.
But before we do that, I have a couple of things that I'd like to say. First, this stream is not sponsored by Renegade, by Shark Mob, or any of those people. They're just people that he worked with. Mm-hmm. And we got a couple of comments. Forlon says hi. Sharky says hi. Hello, Sharky. Hello, Forlon. Jennifer Fuzz says howdy. Howdy to you too, Mrs.
Welcome back.
Sharky says, I am always glad to see your name on the credits of a V5 book, Martin. V5 is the edition of Empire I have been able to love the most of all. Oh, that's pretty good.
That means a lot. I'm a first edition man myself, because that is where my love started. And V5 is a brave attempt to recapture some of that magic. So I'm super, super happy that you appreciate our efforts. The whole team really worked hard on it.
I'm a child to revise it. Jennifer Fuzz says, I would hope about something to make regaining humanity in the TTRPG feasible, as 10 times new humanity level isn't.
Yeah, it is. It has a downward spiral. It is definitely that. It is a harsher and more brutal slide.
I don't think you should spend experience to buy humanity at all.
No, I don't think experience is the right way. I think it should be something that is tied either to your touchstones, your convictions, or to like big story beats in some way.
I don't know, like 5 successful consciousness rolls in a roll, something like that. Like anything that isn't spending experience. Because my same stance on Arete leveling. Arete should not be bought with experience. It's way too expensive.
Yeah, and also I think there's something poetic about not being able to regain humanity at all.
Yeah, because it's the one thing that then once you lose, it's gone. It's out of your control. You can't just get more because you want more.
I think it's a philosophical question whether you see the kindred as irredeemably damned and therefore damned and dead, because if they're damned and dead, they don't have a soul to repair. It's no longer there. So it's just it's the shadow of a soul. They have no chance to be redeemed by God. The only way they have out are the rumors about Golconda, that mystical path that we intentionally have not defined. And I think any attempt at defining Golconda is doomed to failure, and also lessens the impact of it.
Inconsistency alert: if you can't recover your humanity once you get into a path, you can't ever go back like past Humanity 3. You're forever just stuck at Humanity 3.
Yes.
So
sad. But yeah, I don't think I don't think it's a big deal. I like the slow slide, and stopping it before it happens, I think, is the way to sort of regain humanity, is to retain humanity. I don't like the idea of buying humanity for experience points.
No, I hate it. Yeah. I always hated it.
Yeah.
Like at first it seems normal because it's a stat on your sheet, right? But you buy stats on your sheet with experience.
Not just the stat. Yeah. And it's also incidentally the stat and the feature that I'm so far missing the most, I think. On
Bloodlines here.
Yeah.
You just go around and you pummel a bunch of people and you never ever stop and think like, oh God, I could have avoided all the bloodshed. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm going to go and kill all those people. Fuck it.
Regret is a key factor in humanity, always has been, and I haven't seen much regret from the Nomad.
Yeah, the Nomad kind of feels like my group when they're playing Vampire. They just like start killing a lot of people. They never think about it, and that's it. They always play as characters that have like 2 to 3 points of humanity. They never manage to like lose it entirely because like it takes a lot of really nasty shit to become a white by the rules, which is also something that I think that should be revised, because like, oh, you committed the worst atrocities that are worse than like mass murder. Like, oh, what that is then? Like, what can actually trigger a humanity roll of 1 check? Like, it's really, really hard.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's hard to become a white. The last drop is hard. But for all of these things, I refer you to the upcoming book, Tattered Facade, that is partially about horror in Vampire and bringing back horror into vampire, both the personal slide into the narration and so on, but also about the horrors of vampire society. So if there is anywhere they're going to write about also regaining humanity, it's probably in that book.
That would be interesting.
I haven't written much for it at all. I've consulted it a bit. Freya has done great work on it, though. I've skim-read parts of it. It seems good. It seems very good. Very grim. Typical Freya stuff. Extremely brutal and grim. I think it has... Is it that or... One of those books has more on the Vorman sisters. I know.
Oh, yeah, because of the tie-in with the Bloodlines shoe. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. But let us go into...
Let us just finalize the chat in here. Sharky says, I have always loved... the chat moved on too fast. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sharky said, Blood Hunt was a lovely experience for its time under the moon. I was sad to see shut down in April. Very excellent vibe, as you say. Well, the official servers are shutting down. If there's a community, probably some guys are going to find a way to resurrect it, like with players' servers or something.
I would love that.
So... That's always a thing. Like, if there's demand, some nerd that loves this thing is going to make it happen. Like, Metal Gear Solid Online 2 got resurrected, and the original one is, like, in the works to actually get resurrected for the PlayStation 2.
Cool.
That's like a 20-year-old game. Sharky sends love. Lurk Shen, hi Lurk Shen, says it's Fortnite with vampires.
It is in a way.
No, Fortnite has brand collaborations. That's what defines the game.
Yeah, but it's, it's a Battle Royale game, yes. And it was a Battle Royale game that was made a bit too late for it to become a hit. Because, it's in the end of
it is the most peak concurrent players of any Vampire the Masquerade game ever on Steam.
It is. And it's an excellent Battle Royale. Yeah. The way that you should think about it, if you want to sort of like wrap it into... a lore context, is that it all takes place during one night.
Yeah.
It is that one night in your campaign, and don't tell me it hasn't happened in your chronicle.
Oh yeah, like
where
massive fucking Masquerade.
Yeah, where everything hits the fan, where the Anarchs and the Camarilla go to town on each other with automatic weapons on the rooftops. It happens sooner or later in most campaigns, but it's not like it's like that every night in Prague. It happens over 1 or 2 or 3 nights in direct connection to the death of the prince and a EU top meeting that is blockaded by a bunch of activist groups that is the cover for the Anarchs. To understand the story of Blood Hunt, you kind of need to find all of the secrets in there. I wrote a ton of the lore for items and so on. It's a bit like an ARG in the way alternate reality game that you really need to dig in to find the full story. The surface story is quite simplistic, but it has nooks and crannies, twists, and very, very nice things going on. That also ties it to the bigger narrative.
So alternative title could be like Vampire the Masquerade, the Czech shit show. Or shit show in Czechia. For a more alliteration. Sharky said, I'm always glad, blah, blah, blah. Blood Hunt was a lovely experience. Jennifer said that there's no description how to get it through roleplay. It's a big discussion with my ST. Playing 120 sessions. Wow, 120 plus sessions. Nice. Very, very nice. Of trying it back, and there seems absolutely no point. Well, we went over this before. Sharky says, I have always loved playing my character's ambition against their humanity. To progress one, you must sacrifice the other. That's kind of the cruxes of the game, essentially. And of a lot of World of Darkness games, not just Vampire. Do you do the thing that is going to make you more powerful, or do you do the right thing? Which is also somewhat the human experience. Jennifer says, which makes the conflict basically non-existent, because if it isn't possible to get back, then why care? Well, so you don't lose it in the first place.
Yeah, I think not losing it in the first place. But you do have a point that extremely, extremely long chronicles, you would have just a pure mechanical problem.
Yeah, it kind of becomes like your sanity bar from Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, in one way. But I those like super, 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 super long chronicles are hard to maintain within the framework of V5 in general, I think. I think also your character will become too powerful.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing.
If you have 2 or 3 XP per session over 120 sessions, you will have an unplayably powerful character, no? Or
like an narrative 5 mage or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. Sharky says there's an art to these themes that is lost by desire to mechanically analyze it. That's true. But then again, if you don't create a mechanic, people just, if you don't have a mechanic that enforces something, people just forget about it and putting it on a character sheet makes it obvious that you're supposed to care about it. Jennifer says, with V5, you can't play to prevent losing humanity. Once you got a stain, you have to hope the dice ain't addicted to you. Well, that's every role-playing game. You have to hope the dice is not addicted to you. And you can get stains for bad dice rolls and Oblivion and stuff.
Yes, you can. Oblivion will automatically shoot you down. You're not gonna, if you use Oblivion, you're not gonna be long for, your humanity is not gonna exist forever.
So Oblivion is the new vicissitude with the whole alien thing going.
Obtenebration.
Yeah. No. I meant, remember back on 2nd edition where they had this thing that the Tsimisi discipline was actually like an alien demon parasite thing that once you had it, like you become infected and you're forever stained or some shit. Nobody wanted to have vicissitude because of that.
There is an inherent, tragedy in trying to manipulate the land of the dead. I mean, I think that you should house rule it, Jennifer. That's how I would do it. If you have run this extremely long campaign. I would not tie it to XP, but rather to certain story beats that are specifically built for the different characters, and that would how I would do it if I felt the need to. I have never run a chronicle that is that long. I know that people do that, of course.
I ran one that lasted for 11 years. I think we got past 120.
But it's,
sessions.
I mean, the art is not gaining the stains in the first place. And of course, since you have dice rolls that will more or less force you to lose humanity or at least fuck up, there's going to be a deterioration.
Jen, give it a try to playing Mage the Ascension and try to see like what happens when you start getting botches on Paradox rolls. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Especially when you start getting lethal damage from it. Jennifer said it's not untethered from what she's heard. Sharky said Tether Facade is one of the very best World of Darkness books in recent years. Jennifer says she's sorry to be too chatty. Don't be sorry. That's what we hope that everybody does, like to have a conversation. Shoren, you pronounce this thing. It's in Icelandish or some other outlandish northern.
Sören Hjort.
Shoren Hjort, of course.
Tjena Sören.
Tjena min kompis.
He's Danish. Yeah.
Danish.
Big writer for Werewolf at the moment. Yes.
Oh, we got Werewolf royalty here. All right, the resolution on Bloodlines 2 is a bit different from than I remember. Yes, it's very realistic too. OG King Ruben. Do somebody have this trophy locked? Because I'm trying to get it, but my trophy's glitching. Glide a total distance of 1,000 meters, the justice of the mob. I think that we actually have this trophy that we got like by complete accident, like jumping from a building to the other. I think it's called Frequent Flyer. Yeah, Frequent Flyer Glide. That's what he mentions later. Hi, Shonen. Fancy seeing you here. Sherman says hi to Sharky. Honestly, just give out humanity dots for story rods if you do correctly. That's a better mechanic than like, spent the last like 7 sessions worth of experience to like buy another dot. But in any case, we gone through all the stuff in chat. Let's go play the fucking game.
Let's do it. Excellent.
Click
and
on
if you come up with a super good house rule, Jennifer, share it. And it might make it into some Renegade book in the future.
Or put it on STV.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of space for that. And
hit the button and stir live scene. Live scene. Press the Bloodlines shoe icon down there. No, just go back to the game. Yeah, there it is. Just go back to the game.
Yeah. All right. So we will try to get through the main storylines. We're not going to do a ton of side quests here.
Yeah. So a little bit of recap. Last session we had just finished the first part of Safia's side quest. We recovered her ghouls, and that was essentially it. And I forgot to put on my headphones. Yeah. So let me put on my headphones.
Yeah, we talked briefly about this off camera, that I was a bit disappointed at how like typical a lot of the clan representatives were.
Yeah.
Specifically the Sophia's like, oh, she's a nerd, she's from the 5 boroughs of New York. And it's like, okay, so a Tremere nerd. Okay, gotcha. That's very common. It's a common trope. So it's a bit tropey, but they are well-written tropies, let's say that, but a bit tropey still.
Yeah, but like the one character that is not according to the trope, which is the Nosferatu, lots of people complain that like this is not how I expected Nosferatu to be. So you can't please anyone.
No, but I actually think that he's a bit of a trope too, because there's the classic thing about Nosferatu revenge embracing beautiful people.
Oh yeah,
And he feels like gorgeous gay man, embraced for revenge, turned deformed, but denying his own appearance, or rather just keeping his personality.
or maybe he was just ugly from the beginning, so that's why he'd be like, oh yeah, well now I got like a humpback.
We don't know, but it's like it's not, to me it's also not super non-Nosferatu. It is a common thing that they have, or it's mentioned several times that there are spiteful Nosferatu that do that.
But a vampire being a spiteful little bitch? I'll never have guessed.
No. We are now in the hole in the wall.
Apparently there's another Tremere, some guy called Thorn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
they even
looking
made like a whole convention about him.
More.
Isn't this the bar that we beat the shit out of a bunch of people? Where's little old you?
This is Katsumi, and it's a memorial card. This bouquet is not high quality, and the flowers are mostly dead already. Even though there's not enough dust to indicate it has been here for more than a day at most. Nestled in the flowers is a small card, featuring a picture of white feathers floating against the blue sky, and the words, "Rest in peace, Baz and Jazz, gone but not forgotten. The PD don't care, but we're gonna solve this for you."
Bass and Jazz.
To Anarch-affiliated individuals who've been killed by or who are not being properly investigated by the PD.
The police. Which is good for the Masquerade.
Yeah, tragic for them. But we know who has infiltrated the PD.
Bat City Roller Girls.
Yeah. Roller Girl Anarch. Good archetype.
There's patches too.
Yeah.
And the neon sign thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, roller girls fit very well with the Anarch aesthetic. Now we'll find out whether this woman is a thin blood, and therefore is why she has a branded T all over her face. T-ish thing. Or not.
This. Figured that once you got back to the prince, that'd be the end of it. But as it happens, I might have something for you.
You said we should talk. So what have you to say?
You're a friendly type, aren't you? Bullshit. I could use your help. Campbell, I hated his ass, but we made it work. Him losing his head means some other fuck see it as time to riot. They'll be brought down, there's no escaping it. But I don't want mine burned in the fire. You understand how it works here, right? Seattle is special.
So she's a doctor. I finally realized that. She has the stethoscope, the thing, and she's all covered in blood on the back.
They all end up the same.
What was she doing?
In Atlanta, thin bloods are hunted down, staked, burned to ash, because their sires couldn't sheathe their teeth. The trash of the streets. It's not a fucking choice, it's a state of being. In Seattle, we had a truce. A haven. Or I thought we had. It's fraying fucking thin.
Forlorn said the game sound is super low.
Okay.
Before you answer, let me just fix that real quick. We actually diminished aim capture a little bit, but let's put a little bit higher then.
Yeah, put it a bit higher.
We can't keep it on the same level of our voice though, because it stops in here, so it's gonna be a little lower than that. Let us know if the sound is good now, lads and lasses.
So yes, thin bloods are a very precious part of 5th edition for me. I think we mentioned before that they came in, of course, in the end parts of Revised as an omen of the end times. For me, reading those books, the Thin Blood book and so on, I felt that they were a good representation of a type of vampire that exists in vampire fiction. I think we mentioned it before that for me, the big inspiration for Thin Bloods is this book, Poppy Z. Bright's Lost Souls. Possibly, it's one of the better vampire novels that I've ever read. They are the type of Thin Bloods that I tried to create with the V5. And then, of course, Kenneth Haidt came in and made them his in a lot of ways. So the Thin Blood alchemy thing, it's partially inspired by the strange mixture of drug use, sex, and subculture that exists within Lost Souls. The custom disciplines that were already in the Thin Blood book, where they could sort of cook up their own, the blood being so thin that it's mutable instead of as a contrast to the fully dead. And of course, famously, the protagonist of Bloodlines 2019 started out as a Thin Blood and diablerized his or her way into full vampiredom, which is what we called taking the night or seizing the night. Whereas the opposite would be this heretical idea of returning to being human from the state of being a Thin Blood. That exists in a lot of vampire fiction. And, lest you forget, it exists in first edition of Vampire the Masquerade. Did you know that?
Sorry,
you
I
have
was
the
answering
possibility
chat.
to return to human.
Yeah, that's the thing that they discuss in first edition, but I don't think it's ever like actually outlined properly.
No. It doesn't have any rules or anything like
Yeah,
that.
but
Just
this is
like
also
Golconda never gets any
But the
rules.
same piece of text from first edition also shows up on second edition, and there's no mention on it or revised, I think. But on second edition, they also mention like maybe if you kill your sire, you can become human
but
again.
there's like it's
Maybe
a main picture story in first edition. You have like you have one of these series of illustrations.
No, like I
that
actually
goes through
read
a
the core
vampire's
book first
journey.
edition.
So we basically said that that is something that Thin Bloods can do, but once they diablerize a thicker blooded vampire, they have chosen the night and there is no turning back. So in that way, we made a compromise we wanted both paths to be open, but only for Thin Bloods, because I find it something poetic that you are eternally damned. It's
I
like
hated
there's
this
no
idea of the
way
Thin
to
Blood coming
go
back
to being
because you
human.
have to die to become a vampire.
Exactly.
So it's essentially a get out of death card.
Yes.
I hated it.
But a
Hated it.
Thin Blood is not properly dead. A Thin Blood is more infected than they are. It's a half embrace. They are not properly dead yet.
But they
I
got
see
a
it
lot
more
of their
like-
blood out of their system.
I see it more
That
like
kills
this. Their body is in a kind of stasis, awaiting judgment, so to speak. That is how I thought about it. They're not fully dead, but of course, if you let it be for a few years and so on, you would maybe also permanently.
It's a vampire internship.
Yeah, and it's super
Hated it.
common. It's
Hated it.
but it's so common in vampire
Hated
literature.
it. Yeah, no, I know.
That redemption exists. I think that was replaced by Golconda. I will now converse with this Thin Blood sympathizer and see how they encapsulated this little.
I think she might actually be a
Archimedes.
Thin Blood.
Yeah, maybe she is, but she's talking about them with great empathy rather than talking about us.
That's true.
You fear these rogue anarchs.
Don't you worry about me, hon. I can hold my own. But I'm trying to keep the peace here, and those dumbasses seem bent on attracting the wrong kind of attention. There's folks who aren't so strong I've got to look out for. Someone's got to.
Why do you need my help?
We both know you're stronger than most, and I don't risk my people if I can avoid it. And you're the court's sheriff. I'm giving you the word on the street. Call it an olive branch to our new prince.
I really don't want to do this.
I think
if I
it's.
don't help you,
Oh.
You don't
Let's
think
see if
if
it gives
this
us the
shit
option.
now, it'll roll across your doorstep sooner or later. Look, I was a surgeon way back.
No
To
shit,
save
you're
a
dressed as a
patient, you gotta
surgeon.
make a cut. Sometimes it's on me to spot the dead meat, and sometimes, yeah, I'd give that word to the sheriff. Same
Don't
skill
you, like,
applies.
after you finish your surgery,
Ready to
just go
step
back
up?
to the pub
With my
and
scalpel?
smoke? I think that, like,
am not
as a
your
cop...
tool.
Oh, wow,
Your
that was
place,
terrible. Oh, wow.
My
What an
place is
elitist
right
answer.
here, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon.
I mean, you're not planning on actually doing any of their side quests, so...
But if helping you do your job gets a thorn out of my side, I'll
I wanna see
put
if
you
I
in
can
the
do
right
this.
direction.
If I can...
You can't choose. You have to either do it to
You have
preserve
to
the
do it.
Masquerade
You
or
have to
do
do
this
it.
to help
You
them.
have to do it. You have to do it. Linear. Completely linear.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a common way to build games. Not my favorite. Let's say that.
That's one way to put it.
My priority is to preserve the Masquerade. If these fools risk a breach, I will stop them.
This'll help my problems and make you look good with your new boss. See what talking can do for us? And you listen.
Okay, a couple more comments here.
Pays attention is rare.
The trophy. People are talking about the hole in the wall, which is the name of the pub that you are, saying that you need some people. Well, we killed all the people that were there. Also, they have arcades. Let's check up what the arcades are like. Let's see what they are. Bomber.
Out of service.
Diogenes. Oh, the Diogenes one is throwback to Polybius, based on the font. The Polybius was, yeah, like with a keyboard. What the fuck? But Polybius was a game that was like an urban myth that never actually existed. It was supposed to induce seizures on people, and it's just like an urban legend. The game just does not exist.
Interesting.
Yeah. There was
That's educated.
Easter egg shareware version of Polybius that people like used to put like on game disc, the type of stuff that was like Polybius, you know, like show the start screen and then you press enter and people say, "April Fool, idiot, Polybius does not exist."
Yeah.
That was like way back, like from the 90s, back then.
I'm
the
just gonna
MSI.
mention a little pet peeve here. Everyone has fangs out all the time.
Yeah.
That's not how it works, folks. For people not familiar with Vampire the Masquerade,
I know this W,
Techno Warrior.
this stylized W. Where have I seen that before?
Yeah.
Like sideways like that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't automatically have to be a werewolf reference.
It kind of looks like it.
Yeah, but yes, of course the fangs retract
Yeah.
when you don't need them.
Otherwise, they all speak like
Possibly they
all
would
the
be a
fucking
little
time.
bit sharp when they're in,
Yeah.
and that would be how we spot it. But there's a lot of people with sharp. What are they? These are the fours.
Yeah,
Yeah, three
canines, I
fours.
think they're called. In
Yeah.
Portuguese, they're called caninos, the
Yeah.
dog teeth. At least they got Grumpy Old Thorn as a different Tremere. There's only Mrs. Thorn and Safia's Tremere. One of the one needs some people. They praised Thorn a lot less time because she's a reference to something. Well, let's find out what this something is. Canadian Bros versus Luchador Inc.
Yeah.
Don't know what this is a reference to.
Luchador. No, but this is of course Luchador is Mexican wrestler.
wrestler, yes.
This is some sort of pro wrestling thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a luchador in... of course, there is one in Mexico. There's a famous Sabat. There's a whole Sabat luchador ring in Mexico City. with
Super
Sabat
stereotypical.
luchadores facing off in Mexico by night. Yes, here it is. What is it called? Anyway, there's of course there's a vampire luchador.
Sharky says, I have a selfish question regarding the Sabbath, if you will entertain. Much ado has been made about how they don't fit into V5 as a player options. How do you feel? And the Ace per media, of course. We have gone through this on the previous stream or the stream
so.
before that. But if you want to give the abridged version.
The abridged version is, I don't have a personal super strong opinion. I think that, again, the idea was to go back to the mysterious feel around the Sabbat that was in first edition. That was the entire creative mission. How it was carried out is that one I left with warm and loving hands to Karim and Khaldun, who have played in his Sabbat LARPs in LA. So in this book, we have the initial, I would say this is the initial perspective on the Sabbat, the way that in first edition it's absolutely not playable. not in any remote way. That happens quite.
That happens on second edition after it was about to turn into revised, I think.
It happens in second. They are still seen as the antagonists when the first Sabbat books come
Yeah.
out, but people start playing them immediately.
Because they're fun.
Yeah, and I like the early Sabbat books personally. Now I'm gonna say something that might make you hate me a little bit, but I kind of like Dirty Secrets of the Black Hand because it's so
Controversial
fucking, it's so
opinion.
weird. I like weird vampires. I enjoy that, and I know that Karim has a love-hate relationship with the Sabbat. I think his Sabbat is really, really good because it's scary. It's genuinely scary, and I think we wanted the nastiness level of the Camarilla to be somewhere around where the Sabbat was. And the Sabbat being 30 Days of Night, kind of absolutely inhuman. Because that is how we imagined them, me and Karim.
Yeah, how they're supposed to be, actually.
First edition. They are supposed to be absolutely inhuman. And therefore maybe unplayable. Is it hard to use this book to create playable Sabbat? Not at all. Of course, it's not hard. Just like it's not hard to use the Second Inquisition book to create Second Inquisition agents that are playable. There's nothing more than you need than those core books. Plus, Khaldun has created several books.
On the STV, yes.
Yeah, for those who want a slightly more traditional second edition / revised experience. They're still inhuman. They're still, but what irritated me personally with the way that the Sabbat became, because there's a difference between what's written and player tradition. Those are two different things. I played a lot in the American LARPs, and the tendency there was just for them to be exactly the same as the Camarilla, but with religious titles instead of noble titles.
Yeah.
And then I find them to be pointless.
That is true. It's kind of wild thing that roller derby girls are already a bit dated references to meet you 2010s. I don't even know what roller derby girls are.
I do. I intimately know what roller derby girls are. Roller derby is a violent, kind of violent sport where you. It's like Blood Bowl with roller skates, but in one direction, and it was a very strong, like progressive feminist girls in the 2010s were really into it. It's kind of a manufactured sport.
I have never heard of this thing until now.
You haven't? It's kick-ass. It's fun. I dated a roller girl.
Yeah, we figured that out when you said you know it intimately.
Yeah, and don't
have to brag.
She was and I got a bit of an insight into that scene, and it's very, very suitable for vampires. And that's the thing: dated things and vampires go really well together.
Yeah, that's true.
They latch onto things that they loved during their lifetime that are no longer relevant.
Keep walking. Go straight to the thing.
If I would make an assumption and a guess, where in the US you can still find active roller derby teams, I would say Portland, which is just outside of Seattle.
Game sounds super low today. Jennifer said when I mentioned like how did she got blood on her back, she said she rolled around in patience, most likely. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and she's also
the
clearly
sounds
sort
good.
of tied to her old mortal life so deeply that she still wears that scrub.
Yeah, that's kind of like
It's a bit of a
sort of
bridge.
like
It's
in
a
the
bit of a-
face narrative that I see this game using. Is like this character is a doctor, therefore she dresses like a doctor.
But visual storytelling is visual storytelling. Oh, the Seattle Sun. And here
Patently
is
untrue.
a denouncement of the rumor of supernatural
Superhuman criminals.
Here's a blah 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 blah.
Outlandish reports of criminals with superhuman strength are overblown, patently untrue, said spokesperson of the Seattle PD. Is this a thing that...
Outlandish reports of criminals with superhuman strength are overblown and patently untrue, said a spokesperson from Seattle PD. While we've seen an increase in vandalism and violent behavior, there is nothing superhuman about any of it. And then there is another headline on the right-hand column.
Respected business mogul and philanthropist found dead.
The city is reeling this morning from news of the unexpected death of one of the most prominent city figures, philanthropist and noted entrepreneur J.J. Campbell of .geo Futures. Information is still unfolding, but early reports suggest he died of natural causes. No foul play is suspected.
Yeah, he just got decapitated. Ta-da! Thin Bloods are fantastic. Sharky says, wait, sorry. Shonen says, love Thin Bloods just for the sheer underdog story and Breaking Bad being a thing in the late 2010s.
Yeah.
Thin Bloods are fantastic. The rules are a bit messy, but it fits the vibe. Then they talk about the Near Dark story. Returning to Human should be a rare, if possible, story. Not much explicitly said.
Near Dark is
exactly
where Near Dark is where we got the returning to human part from. That's what I meant when it's a part of other vampire media. Near Dark, I think, is it's the inspiration for the Sabbat originally, or for just the very, very nasty.
I always thought that it came from Dusk Till Dawn, but I don't know which year the movie came out.
No, this is the Catherine Bigelow movie. Well, it's Catherine Bigelow's first movie, Near Dark, and it's from 1980.
Yeah, that's probably where it's from then.
But it's earlier, way earlier than
Dusk Till Dawn.
Than Dusk Till Dawn.
Near Dark is one of the. Lurk Chen said, Thin Bloods always felt like Ghoul Plus. I always felt that this was more like the Dampers being Ghoul Plus, and the Thin Bloods being Vampire Minus.
You forget the Dampiers. Oh, but wait. I also forgot the Dampiers. Quite intentionally.
Yeah, but I was trying to find a moment to mention that you love the Thin Bloods, but the Dampers you're the redhead stepchild.
The Dampiers, I think they are mentioned, but we never gave full rules for them.
We do. On Fly Within Blood, yes, you can absolutely play as a Dampier.
The Dampier, yes, I know that there is for Revised. I know that there is a Dampier supplement, and we didn't want to include that. We did want to include Thin Bloods in the core book. The absolutely first idea, again, you can only hear this kind of stuff here because I was there and I'm or tried to make some of these decisions. One of the first ideas was doing an introductory box set, which was Thin Blood only, and the way that the rules bloated into Thin Blood alchemy, that was not really intentional. It is partially the complexity of Thin Blood disciplines. I think we partially have to put on the feet of Bloodlines 2019. Chiropteron is the gliding ability from 2019. But we're like, really? Do we have to make the Thin Bloods be able to do that? It's like, I guess we have.
Shit.
So that's directly from Bloodlines 2. They would not have Chiropteron.
Oh my god, you have 4 minutes to actually kill all the Anarchs. Stop fucking around.
Okay,
cool. You keep playing and I'm gonna just keep reading stuff. Near Dark, I have to say that I'm proud of managing
I'm not going to answer anything now.
Thin Blood in conversation out of reference to the Royal Danish Defence College today. Oh, very interesting, Forlorn. Near Dark is fantastic. The bar scene is mesmerizing.
Yeah.
Forlorn was in a War Games conference, so it was in good company.
Yeah, I saw that.
Strikey said the Near Dark is a bit saccharine for his taste, or her taste, I don't know.
Yeah, the ending is like, just stop it before the last half hour. That's my recommendation for Near Dark. If you want to watch Near Dark the way that I sort of analyze it and watch it, stop it when it has half an hour left. Like when the truck kills Lance Hendrickson. I think that's when you stop. There's no fun without him.
Where the fuck is the Anarchs?
Somewhere. Not here.
Night vision stuffy thing? Nope.
Here. Oh, super quick.
Hey, is Richie still at the
Well, there it is.
He's missing all the fun.
Oh, shit. Oh.
There, just fuck him up. And
Oh, yeah.
they just want to show their vampires are not filthy Thin Bloods. The name of the luchador vampire was El Diablo Verde.
Ah, thank you.
They all booed you when you mentioned 36 of the Black Hand.
Yeah.
Sabbat have just returned to Vampire the Eternal Struggle. Roller Dead was a strong connection with lesbian subculture. I read a lot with you a lot regarding the Sabbat, and of course Khaldun has done a fantastic job on the STV. I love Sabbat Scary, I love them Inhuman. There's always the alert to rolling them in the muck. In Tetrafacade, they roll dumpers into revenants. Oh. That's kind of boring in my opinion.
What did you say?
That dampers are just revenants now.
Dampers are just revenants. Okay, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's on Tattered something.
Okay, but yeah, what do you mean by revenants?
Do you remember the Giovanni thing, like when they breed super ghouls?
Oh.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, I am.
Do you want me to deal with this thing?
Yeah, so I'll give it one more try, then you can deal with it. Come on. I should have charged up my fucking blood.
You're not
before this.
blocking. Can block the
I'm out
bullets.
here. Ow. Okay, I need to hit someone.
Got like 4 minutes. Well, there's a guy. Oh, there's 2 guys. There you go. Right on time. Right on time to get killed.
Yeah.
All right, let me give it a try.
Yeah, you need to.
They're gonna embrace me for this. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. You're on the producer seat now.
Okay. Let's see. The only time mission in the
even
game,
remember.
thank God.
Oh, we don't actually have time to... Which button runs? Oh, okay. And
Still at the park?
this hits
Just
people.
all the fun. Got it. Shit.
Nice.
Woohoo! Oh, shit. I need to drink from somebody. Quick. What the? Oh, shit. There's a guy with a shotgun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
Yes, you are.
Oh, I survived quite decently, actually. Okay, now I know the layout. I know what to do.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be able to... Wait, it's just those 7s. I got 4 minutes to kill 7 anarchs then. I thought that, like, it was 7 anarch locations. Remember to, like, fiddle with my thing every now and again, because in 10 minutes it blocks.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually know what to do.
Is Richie still at the park?
Oh, can we climb that? No. Can we climb that? Probably can't climb this thing. Yes. Okay, climb up here. Do we have people upstairs?
We're on, what are we? We're on like medium difficulty, not the easiest.
Yes.
We're like a normal difficulty. We just suck. But yes, of course, V5 had a sense of purity to it in the beginning, where we tried to return to first edition, return to something pure, where the vampire and being a vampire experience was in the center of everything. I had imagined that we would have gone on to other titles and spreading the publication more evenly between vampire, werewolf, mage, wraith, and so on. I thought we'd have all the games by now. About 1 game every 2 years. So we could, in a similar way, sort of return to the essence of all of these titles. Instead, capitalism is capitalism, you know, and vampire is so much bigger than all of the other games commercially. So it was always, you know, the intention to address things like older vampires and so on as time goes on. That's nothing strange. The reason why we capped it sort of at 8 yens or even 9-10 yens being the standard. Or yeah, of course 13 is the standard, but at the top being like you shouldn't play more than a 10th yen, and your prince is not going to be more than 8th, maybe 7th yen. Was to also return the mystery and the danger to elders, also make them more inhuman, and to serve the Gehenna plot. of them being beckoned into the east. One thing that happened, what happened is very simply, the group that had the vision for the long arc, both of vampire, werewolf, everything, we had long arcs planned out for every single title, and they sort of meshed together. All of those people, are very few of them are left. Karim is doing a great job of trying to keep sort of the mood and the feeling of E5, but he's just one guy, and he's the only one who knows where the bodies are buried, and how the sort of arcs were planned out. And not even that, he doesn't know everything. I do. And when I write for V5 again, I try to go back and finish up some of those arcs. Without saying too much, the Gehenna War was never meant to last forever and ever. The way that I had imagined Elders to return to the V5 setting was as scarred PTSD veterans from the war with the antediluvians, and they come back monstrous.
Kind of like Universal Soldier.
Yeah, truly
And
monstrous.
dead and pissed off.
Yeah. So, and then you have to deal with them. So these young cities have to deal with these monsters coming back from the front. But since I think different kinds of caution, let's just say that.
Oh shit, there's a shootout.
Yeah.
Oh shit, how am I gonna pick them up? Oh, I won't.
But yeah, I think that different kinds of caution made it so that we never got to see the Gehenna War in its full glory. We have one supplement on it, but it's very vague on details. You have to raid the news for details, which was always the intention. But it got so...
Oh god, there's somebody doing something to me.
Yeah, it got so broad and so wide, the whole Gehenna War. It was meant to like... The Gehenna War is the continuation of America's war in the Middle East. And it is what's going on in Ukraine. That is where the Gehenna War is happening. That was broadened to include, you know, the narco-terrorist wars in Latin America and so on. That was never quite the intention. It was meant to be something super specific and not eternal. So that they would think that they had won, like the Camarilla was supposed... Oh yeah, I mean, we had all these things, like, yeah, we're gonna have a conflict game, like a Minotaurs game, like 40k, set in the Gehenna War. And after some seasons of Gehenna War, we were gonna be like Faction X1, and the Elders are either retreating or returning in glory to their cities to reclaim their positions that the player characters now inhabit. You get it?
Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm getting
you're
fucked
fighting. I discuss it with you guys in chat. Yeah, Søren, it is interesting, and it's something that we should talk to Renegade about, I think, because it's that's the intended plot. Is for elders to become the new monsters in the cities when they return to claim their thrones. And I think there's a beautiful moment there when the modern princes look at the, you know, let's take Francois Villon's example. He was never truly beckoned in V5, but say that Francois Villon was beckoned, he comes back a monster, and you look him in the face and say, it's no longer the fucking Middle Ages. This is my city now, and you have this. That's the conflict of season. I think that was like, we thought about that at season 4. So.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah, season 1 being the beckoning, season 2 being the Sabbat and engaging with how they are warring on the home front, season 3 being the Gehenna War, full on, with the publication of the minis game, and so on.
You sure you should talk about this in public?
Yeah, these are ideas that I had way back.
It's not like
Nobody's
documented
ever
as like
gonna
this
use.
is what we're gonna do.
No, it's like if somebody wants to do this, sure, go ahead. I might do a Storyteller's Vault book about like how it was intended once upon a time, but I no longer work there, and my ideas are owned by them now, and they obviously don't want to use them. So here we go. That was the intention. It was intended as a several seasons arc where the bad guys became the old oppressors coming back from the war, damaged and broken.
You did so much shit because of like portraying.
Just lobby with
soldiers.
Renegade to hire me for a certain job, so it's gonna be fine. I think that Marco and Karim will cooperate if I do this from a position of working for Renegade. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe Storyteller's Vault is also a better source of income. Sorry. No, sorry. Renegade is great. It's been absolutely amazing working for them, and I do want to continue doing that. But role-playing game writing in general, kids, is not something you do to get rich. That would be narrative direction in computer games. That's what you get rich from. Not TTRPGs. You're not going to do that. But maybe you'll get richer if you get a 50-50 split and you do a super successful book. I will have to ask Khaldun how much he's making of his books. You have 3 minutes, man.
Yeah, I don't know where the
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Where is the fucking shop? When I get in here, the fucking thing disappears.
When it comes to metaplot, I think I'm like one of the last defenders of the metaplot. It felt like that in the end. I wanted to do good metaplot as opposed to bad
God,
metaplot.
I'm gonna fail this because the icon keeps disappearing.
Yeah. I know that Justin had different feelings around metaplot. Maybe because he wrote the first one and it just, accelerated too fast. The revised metaplot was too fast, too much, and too dramatic, too fast. Because they were moving up to Gehenna way too fast. And also did the irrational thing of having Gehenna be like a boom event rather than a slow whimper.
There we go. Kill him for me.
Yeah, hashtag good metaplot. That's what we do. And
Oh, there's a guy with a submachine gun. That one is new.
yeah.
Don't have time for you both to squabble. Much else for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. Because there's 2 bosses and I only have 2 minutes to fight them. I don't have time for this. I'm gonna die. Fuck. I hope it resets from the beginning of this part of the mission, because otherwise there's no fucking way that I'm gonna be able to do this with the fucking marker going all over the place.
Yeah.
But you saw how I beat the shit out of the people on the square? That was fucking great, man. Like, I was fighting like 5 guys at the same time.
Yeah, you're right, Sharky. A lot of these plans and so on that you hear me talking about now that are probably never going to happen, they are already there and planted in, there are seeds of them planted in V5. But the way I saw it when I mean, for a couple of years, I left. I didn't engage at all with Vampire. And during that time, I saw it like, Karim knows where the hidden stuff is. He will use it if he can find the person that wants to use it. Otherwise, they can do their take on it. They can interpret these hints and so on the way they want to. And a lot of the stuff that I really dreamed of happening did happen. For instance, there was a book by Greg Stoltz, which is for me amazing. That was like, did that really happen? Did Greg Stoltz really write for Vampire?
Who's Greg Stoltz?
Unknown Armies.
Who?
Unknown Arm. You're mage,
the one
man.
that you mentioned.
The
the
better
black
mage.
Yeah. There's no better mage.
Yeah.
Yet.
Read the latest edition of Unknown Armies. Or the edition before that. Absolutely amazing. On the same themes of mage, but darker, more, even more philosophical, I would say, and darker.
Here we are then.
And less
Knows how to get into trouble.
nerdy, maybe you could say, because I know you're irritated with the nerdiness of people playing mage.
Every single thin blood your ass.
Oh, he did a demon trilogy of novels back in the day. That is true. That is absolutely true. But Greg Stoltz is one of the best writers in the industry. Full stop. And he wrote it together with the other best writer in the industry, Kenneth Haidt. So their book on Thin Blood shenanigans is amazing.
Hold on, trying to concentrate here. I have 2 minutes to kill 2 bosses at the
Sorry.
same time. There. Fucking killed him. Oh, that wasn't the guy with the submachine gun? Dogging.
Yeah.
Why is the submachine kiss the wrong motherfucker? That's just...
I would love to see more Gehenna War stuff. As you say, the spy thriller feeling of that is immense. And this maybe is a good place to say that the next Vampire the Masquerade campaign I'm starting, besides playing through my own minor friends rock and roll adventures, is gonna be
Quick.
adopting this baby completely into the world of darkness.
Oh, this guy is essentially Benny. With a hammer. Because Benny itself wasn't...
Holy shit, he's good. Yeah, so talking about
can you
vampire
me-
spy thrillers,
Bitch boy.
of course, Knight's Black Agents and the Dracula dossier, amazing shit in that genre. Also, absolutely the reason that we hired Kenneth Haidt. That is pure 100% the reason. Is because I
You wrote that on your blog the day that you left White Wolf, didn't you?
Huh?
You wrote that on your blog the day you left White Wolf, didn't you? That this was why you hired Kenneth Haidt.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Black Dog Blues,
Yeah,
I think
blogged
it was called.
Yeah, I blogged it.
Okay.
Because he is amazing with that. Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea about the Kuldonic sorcery. I have to admit that I did not read that part yet. I've read a lot of the Thin Blood shenanigans and some of the when I wrote the Vienna chapter for the tour campaign or the tour chronicle in Live from the Succubus Club. I studied that a lot, so I haven't read the Kuldonic sorcery. I'm gonna do that in the character as Dracula.
Which version of Dracula, though?
My I will now do a conversation. I will talk to this guy, which is one of my favorites.
These were weak. You should have handled them. You are no fledgling.
Easy to say now. There were more of them before. Guess you don't.
Oh, I beat the shit out of a bunch of bosses and nobody makes any comment. Man,
I can't
they
blame
really
you.
do come for the street
My
for you.
child. My fuck.
What a surprise.
No, but that was good. That was really
It's
good.
a route for revenge.
I seem to have dealt with the troublemakers. For now. I will leave you.
Wait, please. Look, I don't know what to do. This... It'll keep happening. I can't just hide.
This guy's like a teenager who had a kid. Benny was a much less stupid character than he
Your
is.
child
And he's his
terrorized
fucking
inmates.
sire.
Yeah.
So offer your assistance to Katsumi. She's well respected.
You're right. I owe them. But maybe she deserves to have me destroyed.
Maybe. Or maybe a true kindred will be useful to her cause. You have strength. Use it.
Maybe you're right.
We cannot linger. There's been enough noise here to draw mortals.
Thanks, Fire. I'll see you around.
I have a bit of fatherly feelings for Max.
I think Max is the worst fucking character. Not in the sense of like being badly written, but in the sense of I just hate this guy.
That's why I like him. That's why I like him,
Like-
because he sucks.
If this was like I was
Absolutely
playing,
sucks. He sucks.
Yeah, like
He
if I was
sucks hard.
playing like a TTRPG session, I was like playing an elder, and Max was Max. Dude, I would have killed him as soon as I got the information out of Benny. I would just like immediately have killed him. Like okay, cool, or like at least like throw him into the priest and be like, kill this guy.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a failure. He's such a failure. And also he's full of angst. He's so emo. So emo.
I think we're done here because we investigated this area already. I don't know how we missed a thing on a tire.
Yeah, it was just that little...
Fire stealing tires.
Fires. Are they called? Aren't they called Fireside something? The tire... There's a tire...
There
brand.
is one that is Bridgestone and Firestone.
Yeah, yes,
Firestone.
Firestone. You're correct. I wish that he would have found, instead of a poster with the text fire on it, he would have found, I don't know, a fucking jackhammer from Bosch or something. Bosch. I'm Bosch.
You found them, huh?
They are dealt with. But do not think you can steer me like you steered Benny.
You're wearing the clothes of a Cami sheriff, hun. That means you're supposed
The clothes
to
of a
keep things
Cammy
calm.
sheriff.
I'll
I,
pull
the guy
any
shows up like with a
levers I can
leopard
find.
skin.
You're one of them.
I don't even have the leopard skin. I have
The gaucho,
the gorgeous gaucho.
Yeah, the
gaucho
gaucho.
thing. Yeah. This is a cool Argentinian tango dancer's outfit, sir, my lady. Yeah,
What do you
stock
know
with
of
Max.
Sire?
Dude, the Rick Schaefer stuff is just fucking great. Like when he starts playing, it's just like,
Suggested he pay you a visit.
Sorry, hun. I'm not much of a hostess, you know?
He wants to make amends for what his child did. I thought you could make use of him.
A Cami sheriff sending troops to the Anarchs? Well, there's the thing.
What do you get from standing with the Thin Bloods?
Tin bloods. Their blood is made of tin.
Well, I get the constant
You mix it
stress
with
of
copper and you
leading
make
folks I
bronze.
don't want to lead, saving folks no one else will save. And I even got a cute makeover for my trouble.
Who did
How
that
did
to
you
your
get
face?
that scar?
It's the camera, yes.
Buddy Campbell did it the day he pretended to throw me out the court. Asshole. I mean, I get it. We all
It's
do
an M,
shitty
it says
things for the
mutant.
optics. See,
Little bit like that.
Just
yes.
like
Campbell had a
bishops.
deal.
Or like,
I
yeah,
don't
like
want to see people
I don't know
torn
exact
apart for no
reference, but
reason.
there is
I
definitely
was
an
smart
X-Men
enough to
thing
see
going
that
on
the
there.
Yeah.
Bloods ain't going away. Wanted control and maybe access to alchemy. Made a big show of throwing me out of the court so Thin Bloods would listen to me. My
Yeah,
scar
this-
was him sealing the deal, branding
The-
just like
the
other
M.
trash.
Yeah. No, the branding, that was my idea. It was one of the ways of showing like the brutality and callousness of the Camarilla when dealing with Thin Bloods. Usually they reserve it for Thin Bloods to mark them.
Yeah, but mark him in the face?
Yes, mark him in the face.
Just fucking kill them. They become like
these
a
people
nuisance.
they learned their morality in the 16 and 1700s. These are scarlet letter type people. You know, that you always have to wear something
This is
visible on your dress.
completely against my understanding of the Camarilla.
Yeah.
They're like, you made a minor nuisance, you're probably dead. Like you
Yeah.
did something that breached the Masquerade, probably a lot of people are gonna die. And then you brand somebody to make everybody pay attention to this thing that everybody doesn't want to pay attention. They'll have to die immediately if they're running like an extermination thing.
I think it is, you can regret what you do so much. If you, I mean, it's mostly they just kill you, of course. That's usually they just kill you. The Benny's attitude is not uncommon with Camarilla, but you have to remember that Seattle here is one of the places where they made peace with the Thin Bloods.
No, but like
And then the sort of the branding would be, and it's also to show them so they can't masquerade as real vampires.
But that's kind of the thing.
It's
like,
also that.
The Camarilla is supposed to be modeled after the Mafia. The Mafia just whacks people that misbehave like that.
They are not the
They're
mafia.
liable.
They're initially molded, yes, but they are not the mafia. They are something very different. They are, and it's not a one-to-one. It's a good point of departure. Nothing is like always the same. They are a group of immortals enforcing, using methods from their living days to try to exist in the contemporary world also.
So, do you know
I
what
think
the
that
word Camarilla actually
archaism-
means?
The small room.
No, Camarilla means lobbyists, essentially.
Yeah, I mean the
Lobbyists. They're people
as far as
that...
I understood it, the Camarilla comes from
Yeah, small chamber. That's
Yes,
the,
small
that's
chamber.
the
Yes.
the
Yeah,
root
yeah,
of the
yeah.
word. Well, like
Yes.
it's colloquially used to be like talking about like a small group of like courtesans or like people that attend the court to like seek to influence a monarch.
Yeah.
So essentially lobbyists.
yes, or the Pope. I think
Or the
it is-
Pope. Yeah.
I think it is
It
from
might be from
the church.
Christianity. Yeah.
Or
I don't know. I'm not actually Spanish speaking. There's just a camarilla. It's a word in Portuguese.
yeah, no, that's. I had the understanding that it means small room, and that yes, it's a group of conspirators that try to influence a larger power
Yeah, like
system.
Jennifer, it's got my back here. She says like the brain is a big fat masquerade bridge thing. Hunters only need to find a few branded vamps and trail them like a lamp. Precis. This is exactly my point.
Yeah.
Shonen also has a different idea. Yeah, mortals die. Vampires are actually worth something. Depends on how long they're being a vampire.
Yeah.
If they're like newly embraced, like, oh wow, I can make like another one in like 3 months. Die.
No, I mean, I have to return to see exactly what I wrote about the branding or what was ended up, because I can't remember truly. I think it is one of those things that it is partially for effect, and it's partially to reflect the old historical tradition of doing exactly things like that. In medieval times, both dress and dress was restricted according to class, like very strictly, and you also had bodily punishment that was truly, truly horrific. Did I imagine it to be like that big a brand in the face?
Yeah, but
nah, not really. Not
I'd say
really.
like brain in the arm or something like that. But
I think it was like a brand that is indilutable, so they can't trick you into believing that they are real vampires.
Let me put it
I
like
think that
this.
was the
Imagine like if you tattoo in a vampire's arm something that says like, I'm a vampire of this X generation.
What's your opinion
Yeah,
of
no.
the new prince?
Yeah.
Or even don't use the word vampire. I'm of that generation. There you go. Anybody that knows like that should be looking out for the word generation, or they can identify like what the fuck. There's one guy with this brand. There's another guy with this brand. Is this a gang thing? Nope. Well, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. No, I'll have to return to the text to see how I was thinking, because I can't remember exactly.
Well, this is the only thin blood that we have met. So let.
She's not a thin blood even.
Oh yeah, she's not even a thin blood.
sympathizer.
Yeah.
But here I can understand it, because there's been this truce. The truce has fallen. She was on the side of Thin Bloods. They want her to manage the Thin Bloods, so they brand her like a Thin Blood to bring them closer. And of course, the Anarchs, they take the Thin Bloods in. They are super open to Thin Bloods, whereas the Camarilla are like, no, you're not proper vampires. You're not going to be part of us. You're going to be lackeys at most. Whereas the Anarchs view them as on equal footing. For me, I always thought about the Thin Bloods as primarily being independents, or hiding from the other vampires, doing their own shit. They're not engaging with the Camarilla, and the Camarilla are not really responsible for them. This is the idea of a second masquerade. So there's masquerades between vampires.
Yeah,
also.
we spoke about that in private.
The Camarilla vampires would never ever reveal anything about their goings on to Thin Bloods or Anarchs. Anarchs, full-blooded vampires, yes, they are under the umbrella of the Masquerade. Thin Bloods are so close to mortals that, of course, if you find them, you kill them, because they are potential threats. But they don't know anything, and they could never lead anyone to Elysium or anything.
They can lead to the fact that vampires exist. That's already a big fucking problem.
They can, and that is already known by certain authorities.
Yeah, but not like the beat cop that just found out why there's this guy cooking blood meth and has a weird tattoo and his fucking
but
face.
I think that it's a long stretch from somebody having a weird tattoo to realizing that vampires exist, especially with Thin Bloods that have biological processes that still work.
I just think that it would be such a fucking hassle for the Camarilla to like keep maintaining something like that. It'll just like start killing them and not branding them at all.
Yeah, I think that we've said this, that branding them is a mercy, and if you brand them as collaborators with the Camarilla. I think it's only the Thin Blood that say, yes, please, I will collaborate. Then you brand them and bring
Like
them in.
cattle.
Like cattle.
Well,
I will have to read up on this in order to make a truly good answer to this. How my thinking process was around it.
I asked, and I am the sheriff here. Do not
I'm
make
such
me
an
ask
asshole,
it.
and I love it.
You are.
Yeah? Well, sheriffs don't exactly have a good rep around here. And the last one was nothing I couldn't handle either.
We're
So
the one that
excuse
handled the
me,
last one.
shit.
Shut up, Katsumi. Must you smoke?
Yeah, I just want to. Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess.
Must you do that?
Do what?
The smoke does nothing to your lungs, good or bad. Why bother?
We all have our
Because
vices.
smoking reminds you of sucking on your mom's titties when you're a
I'm done with you
baby.
for now. But remember, do not test me. Keep that in mind for the next time we speak.
Yes, let's
Don't
block
be
the
as
camera
kind
with
to
smoke.
Yeah, I think it was
Allow my
Jennifer
problems
who
to stay where I can see them,
is
rather than hide in
collecting
the shadows.
stupid lore police takes from the internet of this. This is one of them that I think is really funny.
Favorite lick right now.
Somebody's like,
You're on speed.
why is she smoking? Vampires can't smoke.
Small thing toward a cami. And make
I mean, they can't get anything from smoking, but they technically can smoke.
Yes, and that was like, they cannot smoke. They don't have
However,
lungs.
lighting up a cigarette
Old fireball.
requires a Rothschrak
No.
thing,
No.
depending on how much bravery you have. Like if you
Yeah,
have bravery
maybe.
1 on Revised, lighting up a cigarette, it's like, boo, fire, goes to my face.
Yeah, but these are thin bloods we're talking about, or
Yeah.
super
Well, maybe she's
low
not a thin
generation.
blood, though.
I would say that like elders and people who are super sensitive to fire would have that aversion, like a bigger aversion. But remember that the Sabata is, jumping through fire as a way to test themselves.
What are you
also.
doing?
I'm looking for different kinds of lighters. This is like an electronic lighter with a pip pip, this super small flame. It's not like it's not like a Zippo lighter. If you have a Zippo lighter with a big flame that can actually hurt you, yes, maybe I would.
They're like one of those
that.
storage ones.
Yeah, it's like, but there are also, there's ones that are completely invisible, like they just electronically light.
Yeah.
Those ones, but open flame. Yes, I'm with you. I could give a Rorschach test, especially in the beginning when they're not comfortable with their beast. I could do a Rorschach test for.
But I think that the
for a
rules.
flame,
Yeah,
but
I don't
not
remember this
for-
precisely.
Yeah.
But I think that the rules like established, like if you have bravery 1 and you want to light a cigarette, fucking roll it.
Yeah.
I think it's based on the stat, like how brave your character actually is.
She's a brave girl.
Sharky also asked another question. Was there any love towards Demon the Fallen in the Dawn of 5th edition? I heard that the market research has never been kind to my beloved Splat. I have so many opinions on Demon that like Martin can't actually verify this or not because they're from before his time. But I think that Demon was like prototype Vampire the Requiem. We spoke about this before actually.
What do
That
you mean?
you got like 5 clans instead of like 7. The game is essentially like you don't need any of the other World of Darkness things for the game to work, and it also works best without it. Or like with any other supernaturals that you want to use that tie more into how Demon works. Demon's whole faith thing also does not play ball with things like Mage. Demons essentially act like vampires for the most part in the sense that they're hiding and cutting deals and being like political creatures that want to like gather the masses for them and yada yada. So it's kind of like a greatest hits, if you want to put it like that, of other World of Darkness games. It stands best as its own thing rather than like as a complementary. Like you're never gonna see people playing cross-plat and being like, oh yeah, I want to play a demon. Like why? Why don't you just like play a vampire, then it's easier for you to integrate, or play a mage, or play literally anything else?
All I can say about demon and demons in general in V5
No, yeah.
is that it's like I don't have super much against demons in the lore, but I think having them as a splat again takes away a lot of the mystique and the magic and so on around it. And there are so many. There were before, the proper Fallen. There were so many different versions of what demons were. The Earthbound, I think they are called.
The Earthbound.
When
like,
the Fallen come, it's like the ones that were not exiled to hell, but they were bound to the earth. And there are a million variants of them in World of Darkness already. So I was like, holy shit.
Just walk.
Yeah, going into that, do we really, really want to do that? I think that we wanted to have them as something, again, mysterious, and since we went a little bit less full Christian in the worldview of E5, it's more postmodern take on vampire in some ways. Whereas it is still very entrenched in Christian mythology, sure, in Christian morality, but it was a bit of a more options. So I've had myself as guidelines for as a writer. I want to try this.
I think that's how you actually get your Haven.
As a writer, I've been given the instruction like, don't mention demons, don't go into demons, do not do demons. Demons, no. Basically.
Bad demon.
Bad demon. I don't know. Tattered Facade. Does that have demons?
Yeah, the main thing about like
Does Tabali?
the Earthbounds are demons, the Fomori are demons, the Umbrides are demons, etc.
So much demons.
It kind of reminded me of something very.
Demons all the way down.
Oh, we gotta like rest of the Haven, but we also gotta finish the quests. Oh, gotta finish the quest, then forget about the Raven. Just change the quest that you have on your thing. Go to the map and like pick something else.
But
Alt
rest at
upon-
Haven.
no, but
rest at Haven. Rest at Haven.
Okay. You're gonna miss some side
dreamy
quests,
time. Yeah.
Well, it's an education to watch you work.
We are going straight into the story here.
Yeah, but the main thing about the demons is that like
Buttering up.
that was kind of how the Catholic Church saw things. Like pagan god, demon. Other thing, demon. Saint from another church, demon.
I own it though.
Muslim guy that won a bunch of battles against us in the Crusades. Guess what? Fucking demon.
Yeah, but you know, umbral evil shit are not the same kind of demons as
the demons from the Fallen. Yeah, but
and
that's
then this was what irritated me a lot with the way that demons were portrayed. That they were so many different things. It was one thing that the Catholic says that, oh, we blame demons all the way. And maybe they said that the Aesir gods, demons, and so on. But then, you know what? Then they are all demons, and they are all the same thing, and they all come from the same thing. It's the opposite in World of Darkness. They are all different things that are all lumped together as demons.
Yeah, the way that I saw the demons before Demon the Fallen was the same way that like other splats look at any other splat. It's guy throws a fireball, sorcerer. Guy is throwing a fireball because he's doing hermetic magic, sorcerer. Guy's throwing a fireball because he's got key and he Hadoukens people, sorcerer. Guy throws a fireball because like he has a hand cannon that shoots fireballs, sorcerer. Type of stuff. Like other splats don't actually understand what is it that those things happen. Just the same as like you can see a Gangrel turn into a wolf and be like werewolf, and then you see a guy turn into Krynos, also werewolf. Then you see a Verbena turn into a giant wolf, also werewolf.
I get it. I get what you're saying. It just, for me, it was the something in the divergent metaphysics, that there was so many different metaphysics. And also the thing that you say about Demon, about the splat being best on its own, let's be honest here, it's like that with every single game. It's always best on its own.
That's certainly an opinion.
Yeah, no, I think it's best on its own, but we wanted to change that, of course, and New World of Darkness / Chronicles of Darkness did change that. They were much more crossover friendly.
Yeah, they were made to be crossover friendly.
Because first editions, my favorite editions, they were absolutely not made to be crossovers. The Lupines of Vampire are really not the Garou.
Yeah, but that's because the Garou were written after, like way
Exactly.
after.
But it was the
first
same
edition
thing with
came
all
out.
of it. So the first editions are really more separate, and then the sort of it's an afterthought to do crossover things, and they're also aberrations. For all of the original World of Darkness, they developed separately. I think there's a beautiful thing that Karim did already in the 90s. He put out all the books in a circle and said, observe the circle of what splat goes with what splat. And there you have Vampire is between Wraith and Werewolf. Because Wraiths and Werewolves go great with Vampire, whereas Mages don't mesh as well as Mage the Ascension doesn't mesh as well.
Mage Ascension was the last of the big three to actually be developed, but your analysis is looking from a canonical perspective of what came out. And I actually know information from like the time that I interviewed for Brucato, for example, when he actually explained like what's the timeline of like how things got developed. And first edition was essentially like, I don't know, man, just like write a book about vampires. So what if we like actually write a book about werewolves? Well, now we gotta like make the werewolves.
Yes.
And then they were like, okay, like what if we made like a oh shit, you unplugged my thing.
Oh.
What if we like made a book about people that like mages and sorcerers and stuff. Oh yeah, like sure. How do you want to do that? And Stephen was like, wait, I got an idea. And he came back, like wrote the manuscript. The entirety of the original Council of Nine was essentially thrown out into the trash. Like as in like we're not gonna use any of that. And then he redeveloped the entire thing in a very short period of time that I'm not allowed to say because I promised Phil that I wasn't going to. But it was like very quickly like put together this new thing, and then they came out. Okay, the books are gonna come out. That's why like first edition is so cartoonish when it comes to the depictions of like foreign cultures and things like that. The Akashic are probably the worst offenders. When people talk about the Akashic on first edition, they always say like, oh yeah, that was like super cartoonish and kind of racist. No, it's just bad. Like I've read the first edition and the Akashic depiction. I was like, okay, cool. It's very stereotypical, but it's not like offensively stereotypical. It's just like, okay, it's like the impression that laymen get like from watching a lot of movies. Okay, cool. It's nothing new under the sun. Especially in 1991, actually expecting like a set of like suburban white kids to come up with like, oh yeah, like
93.
Yeah, 93 Mage. But the book was developed. The concept started, I think, developing in 1992.
With 91, yeah, okay.
I think it was announced in 1992.
Okay.
Because
it was fast there in the beginning.
Yeah, because the Mage Sensation is advertised on the back of Werewolf's first edition, if memory serves me well. Or maybe I'm thinking about Werewolf second edition having an advertisement for Mage second edition. I might be wrong.
Yeah, because they all had.
Mage has advertisement for Wraith.
Yeah, they all had
the coming next. Yeah, that much I remember. Like I might be confusing the advertisement on the back of Mage for Wraith with where Mage got first announced to the world. But the main thing is that they didn't have like this clear plan. Second edition was like when they got all the stuff that they have, it was like, okay, let's actually make this into a concise thing. Let's define the canon. Let's like get the best writing that we have and make things into like a proper book. Because there's a lot of stuff from second edition that the entirety of the text was lifted up from first edition. Especially the stuff about the like the alternative clans, like the followers of Seth, the Ravenous, the children, the daughters of Cacophony. The exact same text that shows up in a player's handbook from first edition shows up in a player's handbook with second edition, with the minor tweaks to the rules. So the way that I would approach would not be like, oh yeah, look at first edition, everything was a mess. That would be like saying, hey, I'm going to define my bedroom by the fact that my bedroom is a fucking mess. Yeah. No, you like want to put on the picture like when your bed is made, when your stuff is tidy, etc. That's like what you want to show to the world.
Yeah, but then we would have looked at the revised, where it was properly integrated.
Yes, which is surprising that you didn't.
Yes, yeah, but for me, it had in revised, it had gotten so messy and so cartoonish and so bloated that it was unsalvageable.
Because you're looking at the entirety of revised instead of the core books of revised.
Yeah,
core books of revised are.
I looked at the core book also, but there was some, and also sometimes what you call mess is what I call beauty, and what you call unfinished is what I call raw and real. So sometimes it's like I wanted to go to some of the core ideas there and make something proper with them. And make something like thought through and so on.
Oh, they did that. It's called second edition.
Yeah, no, I think they threw out some babies with bathwaters and some of the mess and some of the tone. But yes, second edition and first edition are very similar in Vampire. But you mentioned these like additional clans. Some of them to me were where the cartoonishness started. When they took
There's a couple of them that like just no, like anything that is related to Egypt, except for I don't know how the followers of Seth actually survived.
You mean the servants of Cthulhu, the vampire clan?
Yeah, and the children of Osiris and everything about mummies.
And the Order of Assassins, the vampire clan, because both of those are from Robert Anton Wilson's Illuminatus books. That is where those two additional clans come from. And that is not a good place to draw from mood-wise, because they are crazy, and they are like Yellow Submarine meets an acid trip, a really bad acid trip in. Yeah, it's super weird. I mean, I love the Illuminatus trilogies. But they are more suited, maybe, sort of the flavor of them might suit
It's more of a mage thing.
Yeah, it might suit mage.
Yeah. Alright, so back to the game.
we were supposed to play today.
You're terrible streamers.
No, I think we're the opposite terrible streamers, but let's...
Are we
play the
engaging
game.
with the audience, right? So
Yeah.
that's supposed to be good. Like the whole point of like making a live stream is to actually talk to the people that are there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like we just like record something.
And there's a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Just say that.
By the way, for the people that are watching, this is why like Martin and I have to time box how much time we actually spend together just chit chatting, because otherwise we spend like 4 hours talking about this shit.
Yeah.
Some might call it buttering up. I call it prudence, social lubrication.
Okay, so I'm now defining my the nomad's attitude towards lies. The question is now, am I gonna lie to Fabian? No, I want my internal dialogue to be authentic.
You should also tell Fabian. Can also tell Fabian to fuck off.
Yeah, that is probably what I should do at this point.
I did not ask you to judge me, Fabian.
Fair enough, Nomad. Didn't
Eh.
need to presume. I think this town could use a sheriff who listens before they punch. We've done our share of legwork tonight, that's certain. You want to work the notes, both high and low?
Okay, let's talk. Let's talk. I will do a bit of talking.
I know a bit more about how Katsumi and the Anarchs operate in Seattle.
You do. A little that even opened my eyes. I'd not known of that arrangement with Benny. Caught between court and rabble and has been for a while. Seems to be steering the course for the best. And owes you a favor, which is not a thing to be sniffed at.
You can't say that Katsumi is a shit. You can only say that like, well, maybe that's what the first option means.
Yeah, I think that I have a contempt for the way the weak Camarilla of the day. They are collaborating with Anarchs, which to me would be collaborating with the Sabbat, basically. Because I'm from the 16th.
Yeah, they're supposed to mean the same thing back then.
Yeah.
Katsumi and Ryong are cut from the same cloth. Both wish to rule this city, even if Katsumi will not admit
The
it.
city.
To rule or to stay afloat? It could be said of both, though I think Ryong's got a bigger boat.
He's right.
Sophia is interesting, so attached to her ghoul. It is not usual.
Sophia's always been scatterbrained. Used to hang around with my sire. Maybe my bloodline rubs off on some. I like her though. Reminds me of more innocent times. And we both love getting our fangs into a good puzzle.
Innocent character and vampire. She's absolutely gonna betray us at some point.
There is something in this which disturbs me. The ghoul Piotr. What was he to her?
There's
He
two
was
ways to
giving
read
her
this
the
riddle.
dick.
Either she truly liked him, or he knew something she didn't want to lose. Not that it'd surprise me, given the tales I've heard of Tremere. I wonder which it is.
Sharky says thank you for giving such bountiful answers.
I do my best.
Let's talk about Lou. It's the last one.
Helping to feed Lou was not something I expected when I woke up.
Some might call it a come down, but there's a passel of weight in being a waiter. Folks treat you as furniture, and no one cares what shares here.
You're also the cupbearer.
Lou Graham is distracted. Ill, perhaps.
Agreed. There's something there right enough, although I've no notion as to what. But this does put meat on the bones of a mighty mystery. Why did Her Highness take a step back? I never did understand it. A prince giving power away? It's the rarest of things. Maybe this is the cause.
It is good to discuss these things, but it is time to rest.
Time for slumber then. Let's see what the new night brings.
The Lou thing is the thing I appreciate absolutely the most. That
Yeah,
storyline
that's
is
what I thought it was the
genuinely
best.
interesting.
Oh,
It
you
is.
cannot go to sleep actually.
Incomplete side quests will be, yes, they will be
Unavailable.
unavailable. We are doing a playthrough where we're concentrating on the main story. So we
Yeah,
will
but we
just-
don't know what's the actual main story. We did a couple of quests.
We will look around. The main story is turquoise.
Ah, it's turquoise. Ah, then fuck it.
Side quests are this.
Ah, this is delivering a package.
Deliver a package. Do you think that is worthy
Kill
of us?
easy.
Maybe.
Maybe kill easy.
Maybe kill easy.
Meet at Fletcher at the Macon bar.
Cleaning up that. No.
Cleaning up the town's your job. You're the
Yeah,
sheriff.
it is, I am, but
Meet with Nico.
this is
from
not.
our
It's
bar.
gonna be literally cleaning up the town, as in graffiti hunting.
Oh yeah, that's that quest. We
No.
should totally do that just for the fucking shits and giggles.
No.
Oh come on, man.
Why?
We gotta do the shitty parts too.
why do you want to spend? No, I want to try to like this game, but okay, I want. But if it's like, I think also for the time, for the sort of the timing, or like how much time I'm gonna spend.
Otherwise, we're not gonna finish this thing by Christmas.
No, that is my goal.
We're gonna be celebrating New Year's Eve, and it's still gonna be Christmas in Seattle.
Yeah.
Sharky said that don't bother with the side quests. Honestly, only the final ones are. Go kill Izzy.
I can kill Izzy.
Kill Izzy. Kill Izzy. Kill the
sure?
fucking kill the bassist from Guns N' Roses. He's too punk for our golf.
Let's do one thing.
Let's do the last one.
Let's do one thing. One thing.
We also have just another hour because then it's gonna be like 10 and
Yeah, but that's
people
why
gotta go to sleep and shit.
I want to go into the next. That's why I want to go into the next.
It's
chapter.
one person to kill, right? Like how bad can that be?
Fast. I'll try it first, and then you'll do it. Okay, where are?
Just run it that general direction. This game could really benefit from a fast traveling system.
I don't know. I don't think the running is that bad so far.
Yeah, but most of what we've done tonight is like run from one place to the other.
Yeah, but I've heard this a lot. But
just forget about it. Just walk. Just walk.
Have you played any of Have you played any of the other games?
Yes, I've played Dear Esther, but Dear Esther is literally a game of like taking a sidewalk,
Exactly.
like
And
a leisure walk, and then unaliving yourself at the end.
And this is also what this game has a lot of those. That
Yeah,
DNA.
but that's the thing. Like
The
walking
beauty of the
around
sort
in
of-
Dear Esther is the point of the game.
That's true. And
This is not.
no, but it has. I can see it as one of the points of the game.
Why do you have a little bit of a Masquerade breach?
Christmas again this year.
It's going
The
down.
fuck?
It's going down. It was probably because I was jumping in a weird way. I hear that in the next patch you can set Masquerade breach sensitivity.
Oh.
Oh yes, there are two things that I said that we're going to address. A, the ending of the thrilling story of my memory loss.
Ah, yes.
I'm not 13 years old.
Do you want to talk about that while I wrap this thing up for you?
Yeah. I'm not 13 years old, so I actually did get my memories back, which is
He's
which
only
is
13 years old on the inside.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people think. I mean, actually,
Oh shit, there's a guy here.
yeah. So it was
even
just before I got my first job for World of Darkness and White Wolf. I had total memory loss, total identity and total memory loss, meaning I don't know my name, who I was, where I was born, anything. Woke up in the hospital,
Fuck it.
and afterwards I've heard that I had been a zombie basically for 3-4 days, including attacking nurses, like just speaking gibberish and so on. And when I woke up, I didn't know I was. And to connect this to this game,
Wrong guy. Fuck.
I did a similar thing to what the Nomad does in the beginning here, which is try to hide that I have memory loss. So they asked me, what is your name? And I said, of course I know my name. But I didn't. I had no idea what it was. I was super defensive. Even almost violently defensive. And very, very depressed. That's the thing that they don't tell you in what it's called, Memento. The movie where he has memory and he has to write. What it doesn't really, what isn't really reflected in most pop cultural depictions of memory loss is the absolute anxiety and the depression of it. Because not having a self is the most horrific thing a person can experience. It's not liberating, it's not mysterious, it's just pure blind fear. When my parents came, I didn't know who they were. They told me they were my parents. And this is a strange thing that I have a hard time understanding how this works with the depersonalization aspect of this. Knowing exactly, like, I knew what year it was, I knew how cars worked. I didn't know sort of super fine details about the news, but I knew the basics about the world, but nothing about myself. And my girlfriend sat down next to me. I had no idea who she was. That didn't jolt me back. It took 2 days of absolute anxiety, and during that time I was handed a book that was really big, and I read it like Lord of the Rings. It's like, what is this book about? My parents asked me, and I'm like, I think it's a fantasy book, and I had no idea. And that's how I knew that I was truly gone. I couldn't say like who dumps the
This guy's fucking taking a piss out of me.
They did. So for 2 days I was in this void, having slowly to admit that I didn't know who I was to my friends and my family.
So I didn't actually kill Izzy. I just got there and I ran, and the quest is complete.
Oh, there you go.
There, go.
Awesome.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Go back.
Let's try to do another one before,
Let's
like,
go.
while we're here. Maybe this is interesting. Ah, no, this is the clean up the town. Let's try talking to the
Yeah.
other.
But yes, during one of the nights I was in a deep sleep. And during that sleep I dreamt. I dreamt I was in a ruined city with abandoned buildings, something like a Mediterranean city, and I was walking with a girl who told me that you are a person, you have all the memories inside of you, they're just not available to you right now. And remember that you have been in these kinds of states before. And then I remembered that I had done fucked up things to myself on drugs many years ago.
Can't talk about that on YouTube.
No, okay, you can't talk about psychedelics.
You can't talk about that on YouTube. Literally can't talk about that on YouTube.
I had episodes that were similar to this in my previous life. And I knew that they were gonna pass. It's like the dream gave me the realization that this will pass. Sooner or later it's gonna pass. And that's literally what kept me from ending it. Because that was very tempting. 2 days later, it's like holding on by this like recollections of this dream and the knowledge that the mind is a variable thing. We had a visitor, and she had such a super peculiar appearance and personality, because she dressed in like Japanese style goth clothes.
Nice.
Really fun, like a funny girl, and she handed me one of these like a fluffy toy. It's like which looks like the spirits from, what is it called? It's a rural anime about the spirit hunter. Mushi or something like that. Anyway, she handed me one of these like cloudy little toys and smiled at me and was like, her name is Melvin. And then at that, it's just a key, just clack, turned in my head. And not only that came back, but everything is like, it started pouring back. And that was extremely jarring and so strange, because it's just an acquaintance. And so it came back over a period of 3-4 days. It came back, but at that point, my dear friend, the psychologist, who had been at my bedside and giving me the "if I'm a zombie, shoot me in the head," he had written on Facebook that I had a irreversible condition and that I was never going to be smarter than a 13-year-old.
You're not smarter than a 13-year-old. It's fine.
Okay, but it's like he said, like he's gone. He was so smart. We will have to be nice to him now. Like, you fucker. So I threw a party.
Hey, look, I know this person.
Yes.
She used to be community manager at the World of Darkness.
But long story short, I threw a party. I pretended to be retarded during the party.
Get in.
But then, in the middle of the party, I rose up in a fake surgery and just laughed at everybody and said, "I'm back." 2 people left that party in rage. But never did anyone think that I had lost my mind permanently. That's how I got my mind back.
So the in crowd.
I don't know, I think there's a lot of people that would say that you lost your mind permanently.
Yeah, maybe. But I did touch something there, on something very weird. I can't really...
Still, you can come shoot the shit if you're not a distraction.
How did the clan fare?
The Toreador fair in Seattle.
I don't know. Same as anywhere else, probably. Maybe if I added more yellow to the foreground.
What are you
What
making?
is this piece you are making?
I use almost entirely found objects.
This is a
Items from the
fellow.
shop, stuff I found
Toreador,
outside,
yeah.
Old crockery, lost
Jennifer
coins,
says bye. She's gotta leave. See you soon. Thank you, Jennifer.
Bye-bye. Thank you very
You
much.
get what it's about, right?
And yes, tell me about the humanity rules. I might use them if my campaigns start running over long. And congratulations to 120 sessions. That is
That is really
extreme.
something, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you got like a Toreador thingy. use the Toreador option, I suppose.
Yes.
We're not gonna play this thing twice, I suppose, especially as Toreador.
Your control of form is exquisite. The way all matter is made material.
Yes. You, me, everyone, and everything. It's all made
I got some
for
snooze in
used
my
and
eye now, it's
reused.
itchy. Fuck.
Once you see the world in the right way, it's all so obviously beautiful.
Fuck it, flirt. Flirt with everyone. Be a whoremonger.
Interest me.
In a you want to trace the contours of my face kind of way? Or in a you get chills when you contemplate the depth of my vision kind of way?
Both.
Oh, you mean you want a bone? Maybe. I don't know though. I need to do some visualization.
Drop her
Tell me
pants.
more about this place. Is it your studio? Perhaps your haven?
Yeah. Maybe it needs more viscera? But dried or wet? Oh, hey, since you're here, for this piece I'm making, I found this cool looking cross thing. There's something about it, a resonance, you know? You find any more, I could really use them.
The
Flesh
cross
this thing
thing?
out. I'll need a bunch.
If I have the time.
Am I gonna do fetch quest for you?
Do you want a bone?
You? No, and not
If
that
other
badly.
matters are not
Thank
too
you.
distracting.
Not
Sure,
that
sure.
badly.
You're an officer of the law
Fire
now,
the incel
right? Got
Toreador.
shit to do. I guess.
Or Volcel in that
9
case.
Or 10 should do it. Really make old boneheads sing.
Yeah, that's the thing. She's Voltaire. She has
look
she
forward
has
to
a
talking again.
anti-tribu vibe to her art. Certainly. But yeah, let's look at this. Let's look at this and actually judge it.
Crosses.
Okay, it's very derivative. It could have been done for 40k as a 40k conversion. Yeah, no.
Derivative.
Super.
Derivative.
Yes, no.
Updated.
Oh.
A dish. This I like.
Yes. No, this is okay. Let's see. If I'm from the 1700s, I would probably find this to be a reference to church art. It is, and it would be church art made out of junk. Is that interesting? I don't have a. I've suffered through the beginnings of Dadaism in the 1920s. That's why I went to sleep, I think. I think I'm pretending that her art is interesting. Yeah, because
bone.
it sure ain't.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, this looks like the type of stuff that a lunatic would build in his scrapyard.
It's a cheap 40k conversion. It's like made out in life size.
There's something to... Oh, the radio... Oh, nice.
But so she's a poseur, not an artist.
Ouch.
I just call it as I see it. This, however, is interesting.
I already spoke with the guy.
Yeah,
He
I
gave
wanna
me
see it.
Bano Hakim stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now he had like a
Missed that.
special punch of some kind.
Ooh, he gave you a
Yeah, a slashing punch thing.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about the Bano
Okay,
Hakim some
there's
other day.
something pointing there. Oh yeah, we still gotta talk to Nico, I suppose.
Yeah,
I didn't pick up his quest.
I don't want that quest.
I'll just forget about it then.
I'll just talk to him.
How's your
quickly.
night going?
Oh, you gotta ask, is there any wrong on my set right? Ah, just fuck it.
Yeah, no, yeah, nah.
You wanna flirt with the fucking guy with the nose piercing?
People find me interesting.
His piercings are better art
As a
than hers.
consequence, I judge people swiftly, but I'm ready.
Man, what is this?
Is there a wrong I might set right?
I will come
No.
back.
Yeah, I come back for that. No, where can I get these metal things in your face? I find them fascinating. Okay, go back to sleep. This is
There's a person named Sushi that tried to add me on LinkedIn. Like literally Sushi.
that's what my ex-wife used to call me. Cold fish. What movie?
No idea.
Oh,
Man, I watched a lot of stuff from the old age in Portuguese, okay?
true. I wonder what that they would have translated that to.
But from what movie that is?
Blade Runner.
A Blade Runner I actually watched when I was older, and I watched the director's cut.
Yeah, then you didn't get that because this is from the voiceover.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I first saw Blade Runner, I was like, okay, so the movie's about this thing, and then my friends were like, no, like this thing and that other thing. I was like, I did not remember a single thing about that 3.5 hour long movie.
But it's beautiful. It is. It is.
You are going to kill the guy for him, then?
No, I'm. Oh, no. I'm going to try to rest.
No, no, it's resting at the Haven. But yeah, we absolutely found a bug with the game. We slightly bruised the face of one of the targets, and there you go. Mission accomplished as soon as we left the area.
That was,
I mean, maybe I accidentally killed the right person, but I got my ass kicked there.
Broke the game.
I found a bug when we were up on Versailles 5 yesterday, too, with an achievement. It's just the same thing that we saw the other time.
Yeah, I'm just.
Clean the fridge. Is that
This is to
thing
me. It's like, this is the last remnants of Dave.
of Dale.
Dale, yes. Dale. The last Dale. Dale parts.
Yeah, Chimp and Dale are never gonna be the same anymore. Okay, now we got a dream sequence. Let's actually try and take this serious, cause okay, we're in Gladiator again. And Fabian is having a fun time in his pants.
Hello there, buddy.
Serious, you say?
What you said?
Sorry, it was moaning on my ears.
They set their feet upon the sod. Their lips split parched, their belly
What happens if you just turn your back and don't walk towards the tree? I was wondering.
succulence.
Like, just bail. Just like, fuck off.
A sovereign full specified.
It's like, no, I don't want to go
Nice
towards
and
the
all,
light.
But I have questions. Can you tell me your name?
Or just like straight, try to like go anywhere else. Because there seems to be something in that direction. I know, it's just a lamppost.
I'm more interested in who you are.
I wonder if you can like fall off the map or something.
Events.
You can't stray from the like into the sunflowers? Oh, that's such a bore. No, you can. Yeah, just fuck about.
No, not longer than this.
Let's try to take the thing seriously. Immediately fucks about.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's me. Like I like to break toys.
That's why I like Mage.
They say trouble
Yep.
comes in pairs, and here I was with the first shoe in front of me, waiting for the other to drop. And let me tell you, this one was tight-laced and had a vicious tongue.
He talks exactly like how Garth Marenghi writes.
A goddamn deep sleeper? It is 8 o'clock at night and I've been
You might
standing
have to
out here
explain
for
that
an
reference
hour.
very briefly.
Where I
Just
saw
watch Garth
you
Marenghi.
interrupt
Just
your
Google up
time, Mr.
Garth Marenghi's Dark
Detective.
Place. Everything's available for free on
Someone
YouTube.
loves to kill
Yeah.
me and no
It's
one
better-
seems to care.
Seen then explained.
True. It is a thing. It is very unique, and it's actually super funny.
Yep, it's super fucking good.
It's funny. It's really funny.
You gotta like watch the rest of the stuff. Like the ape transformation episode is just one of the weirdest fucking shit that I've ever seen.
Oh, why kill? I mean, these days it's much simpler to dope you insensible and deposit you in King Street Station with a one-way ticket to Baltimore. Or rattle the gutter press with a nice little story exposing your fetish for patent leather brogues and Edison light fittings. Gotta say, I don't see that last one myself, but what can I say? Modern times. So, which is it, Miss,
Verona. And what the heck are you talking about? You are a detective, right? Look, it's real simple. I'm going through my purse and I find a goddamn death threat and this freaky looking sword thing.
Huh. Now that is interesting. A death threat and a decoration. Might I see them, Miss Verona?
It's the cross that he found on the other body.
I showed the officer at the desk. He said you'd help. Look, I went out last night with the girls, went through my purse for my keys this morning, and there they were. The letter, the cross thing, were there last night, and honest, this has got me shook up, detective. Real shook up.
Oh, then you just let old Fabian take a look-see. See what shakes out.
just disappear so they wouldn't have to animate the door.
Yeah. It's a St. James Cross.
Oh, you still carry the rebar.
I can't swing it though.
L2 square to gain sight on objects and bodies.
Not the best conversationalist. Well, hello there, my little parchment pal. You got words to spill? I am a death threat detective. That is my sole purpose, and all that you will get from me. That's quite a perfume you have there. Tangy, bitter, late nights and morning regrets. Now listen, I had to endure degradations to bear my message, you know. Dragged through smoke-filled dens, spattered with malt beer. Huh, so Miss Verona picked you up in a bar then? How dare you? Yeah, I mean, yes, I suppose so. Good quality paper. I see a few marks. The finest thick cardstock as befits my role as a harbinger of doom. A few marks, I'll grant you, but I was folded very carefully. But then, alas, unceremoniously crammed into a purse filled with whatever junk the youngsters feel a need to carry. Not to mention the clear imprint I endured from the metal ornament that was my companion in travel. The Cross of St. James. Pandora and cigarettes, sure, but he's still scratching at the armor of my think tank trying to get in. Might I hazard a guess, detective? Was there not a case back when you were young? The gutter press called it the Rebar Killer. No, so there was. But that was a long time ago. That case is cold as a corpse.
Yeah, when we walk out of this room, we're gonna find her rebarred. Just watch it.
I'll talk to my boss, Benny. See if something is getting reheated.
Benny was his boss.
Course, detective.
So Benny's from the
Remember that one
60s.
should always put one stock in the paperwork. Now that's a truth. The SPD do love to fill their filing cabinets. I should rattle a few drawers too. See if any old bones fall out.
This is but this is like
font
the
and layout.
2030s, right?
I think he just moved forward in time because he said that the rebar killer was a long time ago, and he also used the reference think tank, and the tank was a thing from World War One. So in the 1920s would be really new for somebody
No,
to
but
like
I'm
make
thinking
a...
about tank as a container.
Yeah, but he said the armor on my think tank.
Oh,
So he's implying an armor tank.
So he's thinking at least post First World War.
Yeah, but the 20s was already like post World War One. But tanks only became like a famous thing after World War II. The tank was like a super new innovation.
We'll see. I mean, so they jumping forward in time with every...
Yeah, I think so.
That's a nice way of abstracting the... Yeah, okay.
Also
let's
because the piston filter is less pronounced this time.
In our world, he was Santiago, a hunter of kindred. What did that have to do with Verona?
Yeah, this looks later.
They didn't want to name her Veronica, so they named her Verona.
The Verona's Fair Verona.
Stashed Verona in
Sharky also says bye. He's going to depart for the day before the sun rises in Australia. Oh, you're from Australia, man.
Cool, man. That's
But this has been a delight. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.
fantastic. See you around next time. Thank you so much for the very insightful questions. You have allowed us to make a lot of deep analysis together. Thanks a bunch. And yeah, hold the dark torch high.
We got 2 viewers. I am now one of them because I'm not actually watching the channel.
Yeah.
So
I
whomever
think
the last 2 of you are, say hi.
Yeah, we should start wrapping up soon.
Especially like if you're a spy from any of the companies that we mentioned in here. Certainly been talking a lot about spies today, but not in that context. Like spy stuff. Wow. Very interesting stuff that you're watching over there, Mrs.
We are absolutely not in the 60s.
No, she's got a very good computer.
We are very much in the
Present day, I'd say.
Present day, yeah.
That looks like a Logitech keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the present day, and we are jumping back to the first instance of the rebar killer from our youth. That's how it works.
That explains why there's no piston filter.
Yeah.
Caught him, right?
The law takes its sweet time, Miss Verona, but it makes the dessert all the sweeter. From the letter, I deduce you were in a bar last night, right?
Well, I did say I was out with the girls. Being honest, it's kind of a blur. But if you're gonna tell me I wrote the letter myself, I will not believe you.
Oh, I'm certain you couldn't do that, even sober. Some of these words are multisyllabic.
Well, exactly. But anyway, we had fun. We hit up a few places, the usual, you know. Oh God, I didn't text any of the girls to let them know I got home. And I'm out of charge. Now I know there's a killer, but I need to go.
Forlorn says he's still here. Thank you, Forlorn. You are our most loyal watcher, subscriber.
Yeah, let's play some Warhammer or something in the weekend, or go out for a
These friends of yours,
beer.
are they the same ones who let a stranger violate the inner sanctum of your purse? Trust me, you are much better off here. And remember, our coffee is free of charge.
It's not free of charge. It's subsidized by public funds. She pays taxes for that coffee.
It's all told. Plus, this frees me to focus on locating your tormentor and putting him safely behind bars. Strong, unbendable iron bars, which he is unlikely to be able to use in any kind of murder attempt.
What?
Never mind.
Which bars did you visit? And she's gonna say the one where the guy with the piano was.
Visited.
Because that's the only bar.
Bills, outstanding tabs.
Why, detective? Do I look like a girl who has to pay for her own
Lurk Chan is still there. Thank you, Lurk Chan.
Great.
Says it's watching in between work meetings. I did watch the VOD part 4 yesterday. Interesting context about how the game ended up the way it is. I felt that part 4 was the best stream that we've done so far. And also the one that I left my ass off the most.
Yep.
We heard it's real exclusive. Like they don't even have
Absolutely.
a list. The bouncer knows you by sight.
I think the funniest theory that is bouncing around there now about Bloodlines 2 is the wokeness made this game.
Didn't saw anybody talk about that, honestly.
No, I have seen two. I've seen two major sites talking about it.
Which ones?
I will show you. I've commented on them also. You can follow my comments on Facebook. There's like DEY sabotaged this game, and that is simply not true.
Facebook doesn't actually show comments anymore unless like they really don't have anything else to show me.
Yeah. No, but that's just, they really screwed the push on that analysis. And also, I mean, Brian Mitsoda is just as progressive as anyone is working with this
Some
game.
people really want to grab that alt-rage click.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's just pure rage bait and not interesting. Whatever weaknesses this game has nothing to do with that.
No, so far I didn't saw anything that...
No.
You found
Nothing
something, huh?
excessive,
I'm looking into avenues, Miss Verona. I'm leaving you now.
Okay, we can use disciplines here, I've heard. So let's try that.
I thought I was on the right lines already. I didn't think that was worth the effort. Oh, that would have just brought me trouble.
Okay, so there's options to use all these things, but the game tells me
I
no.
didn't see the need. I thought about it, but it seemed like a really
Wow.
bad move.
Why are there buttons there instead of just doing it? Or even rather, why do I have to play this section? Or rather, Martin has to play this section instead of just like getting me a movie. Just like Metal Gear Solid did 40 fucking minutes of cutscenes. Like the bar's already there. Just make the fucking sequence like be a fucking movie, a little animation movie, and I sit down and watch like in game all the shit happens and done.
Yeah, but if it depends on
Like this is no more immersive.
Yeah, but it depends on what kind of investigation mechanics they have later down the line.
Yeah, we'll see. But so far, it's been just like press the right button, you missed, press again.
It has.
You're back into the beginning, man. No, just bail. Select a lead to investigate on the map, actually. So you gotta like actually use the map.
PD.
True. There's a blood resonance.
Oh, you can actually feed us, Fabian. Okay, let's see like how that plays out. That's different from what we've seen so far. I think it's outside of the PD though.
Yeah.
Or is that the back of the station?
Exit.
Well, let's see if we can find it. There's just like fucking feed right in front of the cops.
Feed from a cop.
Pig's blood is not good, man. My god, we can't find a fucking exit. Oh wait, no, there's a dart that says exit.
I'm not playing Banner, Kim.
What does that mean?
Pig's blood.
Oh. Oh my god.
Look, I can also be inappropriate.
That's not allowed.
Cold night. I decided to visit a few places Verona might have stumbled out of.
You can actually talk to the guy there.
Figure out where to go first on my mental map of Seattle. Seattle PD, full of drunks, bums, and deadbeats. I went down to the.
I think the first lead would be the bar. It's like the most obvious one.
The bar. Dutchman.
So I think you just like gotta walk around.
I went down to the.
It's
Dutchman
literally
for a
down the
word
street.
with Silky and to find my
Search
boss.
for leads.
It was his home.
Just like walk straight and then take the right. Oh god, yeah, that's the. Thanks, man. Why can't fire do the same thing? Right, there you go. This way. You know, like how Deadly Premonition actually made Deadly Premonition 2 made like the walking around in the small city where you are like actually fun.
Seattle PD.
You have a skateboard and a character that actually talks to the player. And he starts talking about movies and it's just fucking funny. Like he literally starts like reviewing movies, like how much he likes Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff.
I can't find this thing. I will just go there.
I went down to the Dutchman for a word with Silky and to find my boss.
Find the address to this bad thing. I can't jump here.
I think it's downstairs actually. I'll just keep walking straight and then take the left.
No, it's in the cellar.
no.
It's in a cellar. Okay, so now I want to mark
I
this
went down to
place.
the Dutchman for a.
No, I think you gotta go do the.
No, I don't.
Seattle PD. Full
What?
of.
Okay, I'm the wrong way. Because now I marked not this place, but I marked the other place.
Where are you in the map actually? Because I can't actually.
Yeah, wrong place.
No, the Dutchman is here. Like you were on the right place
I
actually.
know, but I went the wrong direction because this refuses to
go away.
To go away.
Can you unmark it on the map?
I will try.
Like select this and there you go.
There it is. But the other one, where is it?
Try marking it again.
It's
I went down to the Dutchman for a.
Oh my god, you actually have to find. Oh my god, they just. Oh.
Why?
Because.
It's not standing.
Lurchin has a couple more messages. Limfaldo, this shit's so tight. If someone describes something as woke, I think they're an idiot. There are things that like are woke, but all of those are like you don't have to tell them when they are. You immediately spot like whether somebody shoehorned something that like was trying to like win brownie points by being like, hey, we're so progressive because we don't have anything else that we want to display, so give us your PT dollars. Is there?
If it doesn't, yeah, if it's completely out of context and doesn't suit and so on, then sometimes it can be jarring. Most I think it can be, you know, it can be either an awareness or, and also I think that we've discussed this about World of Darkness. Yes, it has some inherent progressive traits, of course, in its analysis, but it's, for me, it's menacing and nasty, and it should be nasty at everything.
But that's kind of like the.
It shouldn't play sides. It could criticize leftist tendencies and right-wing tendencies equally.
I think that the
in
point
the World
about
of
like
Darkness, things are there. You
things
know.
are nasty. Things are subversive.
Yes.
That's the thing. Like both left
you
and
call
right
it
wing can be subversive, and once you start like normalizing something, then it's not subversive anymore. Like, oh wow, this character is gay and lives like with his gay partner that is your neighbor. Like, who fucking cares anymore?
That's
You
normal.
unplug my
That's
thing.
normal.
That's absolutely normal. This is not subversive anymore.
No. But there's other things can be subversive.
Oh yeah.
And just reflecting the world, as I think that they do very well here. It's like that's a normal spread of characters. It's a normal spread of sexualities and so on.
Lurchin said, don't want a backseat, but the blood guys inside a police station holding down below where you are at. We already left that behind. Like,
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is a cool place.
Yeah, this got way more people than Kasumi's bar.
Yeah, I want to be here.
I've actually been in a couple places that look like this in Brazil.
Yeah. This is cool. I want to.
Let's check on the guy's, like on his leather jacket there. I want to see like if he's got something funny or if it's just like junk. The Sea Tree bar ride. Boring.
This is like, it's not some sort of motorcycle club thing.
Yeah.
with loads of. I guess this is a Seattle thing.
And maybe it is. Maybe it's like something that we just like didn't got the reference.
Yeah, probably. And not everything has to be funny. That gets tiresome.
Yeah, it's
Everything
attention
is
to
funny.
detail.
Yeah, but not everything has to be mean something. That also becomes tiring, I think, personally. This is just a normal bar with pretty good music.
I'm only hearing the left side of it, so it's hard for me to judge. Oh yeah, now I can hear the guitars.
Smash a bottle in here and everyone would go real quiet. It'd better be an accident. Or
Well, if
Yeah, I was about to say, this is our boy, Benny Boy.
it's gumshoe, Captain, as I keep telling you.
Yeah, what is it? You found a crock of shit at the end of the rainbow?
So polite. No wonder everybody likes him.
I thought maybe we could chew the fat. Maybe catch up a bit. Did you read my case report?
Your evidence? 20 pages on the goddamn sonic grid? It's in the trash, along with your bean Illuminati bullshit. I ain't got time for your crap. Do your job.
But boss, this is important. Seattle's aural soundscape is a fusion of complex...
One more goddamn word and I'll stick your lips shut.
I should have beat this guy harder.
You ever hear of the rebar killer? A case from back in the 1920s.
Long before my time. Name's familiar. Clue me in.
The news hounds called him the rebar killer because, well, he killed people using rebar. But for us, he was a hunter. Santiago.
Oh shit, yeah. I've heard of Santiago. Took down a few of our big names, right? What about him?
The Macomb killing last week. Same MO, boss. Rebar, a missing head, and the sword of St. James.
So the puzzler of the precinct has another pet theory. Why should I listen this time?
We didn't spoke about any theory, you just presented the evidence.
Because whoever did the killing at Macomb last week was an expert. He's a risk.
I get it. It's thin, but we wouldn't want the chief to think we were asleep at the wheel. So go tell him. And tell him I sent you.
Tell Campbell.
Yeah, this turns out to be something I look good. If it ends up as dog shit, I tell him you slipped a leash. Get it?
I get it. I better go, boss.
Yeah, you'd better.
What a fucking dick face. Search for leads still at the bar. Maybe upstairs? But this is absolutely like the type of environment that like I could see a Vampire Chronicle taking the players.
Yeah.
This is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
Like the separate,
vibe
yeah.
is
It's
pretty
just right.
good.
Yeah, this is pretty
right.
good.
This is correct.
You can talk to the guy over there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scout around.
Okay.
This kind of reminds me of some place in Berlin also, has a similar vibe to this. But yeah.
Fabian, you old bloodhound. What can I do for the pride of the PD?
He's a bar owner, right?
Yeah.
Not a social call, Silky. You had someone here last night. Dangerous. Keeping tabs on a girl.
Fabian, I'd be disappointed if I didn't have a dangerous person in my bar.
Good answer.
Why, I can count 2 right here, right now. Listen, my friend. You know the rules. All sorts of people pass through. I don't ask their business, they don't ask mine. I mean, is this court orders or a masquerade breach? Lay it out for me.
I think there's a hunter.
I think there may be a hunter out there.
This girl Kindred?
No, but
Then I don't see the problem.
just bend a little, Oak Tree. Was the girl here? Name of Verona.
Fair Verona, huh? You sound rattled by this scene, buddy. I don't know the name. Why are you asking? If this isn't court or a breach of the mask. A hobby? A bird you've taken under your wing? Because there won't be trouble here, saint or sinner. Send her over if you want her to have a safe night out. But no who did what questions answered for you or for anyone. Not unless it's real kindred business.
I know it, I respect it, but this matters. I'll find a way to prove it.
Sure. I'll see you later, buddy.
This guy's really good. It's the first really good written character that assigned this game.
Nah, I think it's
Like he laid out exactly how it works. Like you want to like talk kindred business, sure. Then I'll like subpoena me and I talk. Otherwise, fuck off.
Yeah.
In a very polite manner.
But unfortunately, he made me think about something that is jarring to me.
Which is?
In this game, which is only people you can talk to
are vampires. Yep. That is true.
I thought he was a normal human first, and it's like, why can't I masquerade?
I kind of already supposed that he was a vampire because we only talk, and I didn't even notice.
Yeah. There you go.
Shit.
Yeah.
This game needed another year and a half in the least cooking, in my opinion. To like actually be feature complete, I think. Like this is extremely bare bones.
It is.
It's something downstairs towards the bartender.
But it's a thing with, it's a pet peeve of mine. What we said during the development of V5 is like, if everyone's a vampire,
nobody's a vampire. No, it's in the direction. The beer.
Someone must have smuggled this in.
I don't know what that is.
It's a champagne bottle and it's too fancy for this place.
Silky only had 2 vintages of wine behind the bar. The white one and the red.
Makes sense. Okay, I'm just looking for clues now.
I think...
So it's like, what?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, I'm more interested like in actually getting items. Oh, let me see the arcades. I'm an arcade connoisseur.
Yes.
Arcade connoisseur, if you will. What do we got there? Bomber and Sushi Smash. None of those work. And none of those are a reference to anything.
Bomberman.
No, but it's just Bomber, and there's only the stick, there's no button.
Yep. That was tasteful.
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
Gear Satan's Gear! Gear Satan! Is that the name of the band?
Oh, Farland said that there used to be a place like this in Malmo, but it had better music than this has.
Yeah, this is getting a bit monotonous.
Yeah.
This is like but this is...
Oh yeah, shit.
This is like an intro to an Einstürz Neubauten song.
Yeah, but
that
like...
just goes and goes.
Yeah, at some point like you needed to like pick up or something.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna talk to the microphone. I want to talk to the microphone.
Inspect.
No show tonight. Well, what Silky called a show. To me, it was a jackhammer and some energetic shouting.
No tasting music.
Jackhammer and energetic sound. That sounds like industrial band.
Yeah. Let's bail.
Okay, yeah. I think it is time to bail.
Because we ain't got that much time. The green thing that says exit. Apparently, yeah. Yeah, this is the entrance actually. You can run super fast.
Jesus, it's cold tonight.
Try actually feeding from the guy. Like, let's see what Fabian does actually. Like, if we actually get like a...
Feed?
Nope, never mind. But the blood resonance guy. Lurkshan said there was a guy on the like detainment cell, like at the bottom of the precinct. Let's actually like see if this does something. Oh yeah, that's the guy that you demented the other day.
Out of their pit. What happened to the alarm clock Smithy got you?
It was a mite overzealous. I traded it to a buddy for an Everly Brothers single and a 1978 World Almanac.
Of course you did. You need something?
Where do we keep the cold cases, or how?
Where do we keep the cold cases? I'm looking for something that's probably
The
in
rebar
deep
killer
freeze.
files.
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
You ever heard
Rebars.
of a rebar killer?
Huh. Yeah, right. My grandpappy talked about that one. He was on the force back in the day. Mob hits, something
Oh
like
god,
that.
they're not the same Wheeler.
They're
This
still
is
in
the...
foul,
Oh.
Just buried deep. Take a ball of string. You're liable to get lost in there.
Oh, don't worry. Me and the records department have an understanding.
Any hot precinct gossip?
Your boss is in a good mood.
That is news. Any idea what's ringing Benny's bell?
Who can say? Maybe a kitten died or a orphanage burned down.
What's spinning, Wheeler?
Yeah. I mean, in these flashbacks, yes, there are mortals, there's the cops, and so on. But in the main game, I was talking to
Yeah, we can talk to people so they can like get scared or something.
Yeah, exactly. But there's no like plot part that is connected to mortals. There was plenty of.
But
that.
like in a sense, it's kind of how a campaign works. Like you only talk to the NPCs that have a name and a purpose. Like the random people, you can't make those guys up on the spot with the technology that they were using in this game. So.
Yeah, no, but there's usually, for me at least, when I play Vampire the Masquerade, mortals do play an important part of the stories.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not just go between different kindred all the time. There's some function of the mortals.
No, it's
in
there.
the story.
The other way around. There.
Except for being food, you know.
Yeah.
But
Speaking
they
of
can
food,
also
we're
be
gonna try
food.
and feed.
They can also be food. They can be both food and plot.
Just keep moving downwards.
Records.
Yeah, just fucking go talk to them then.
Requests, and I'm never asking for anything. I do my own research.
Ah, okay, so that's what it is.
Which one?
I found that asking the cabinets real nicely would make all the difference.
Oh, you have to feed so you can use your discipline again. Yeah, go find a guy. That's what the blood resonance event is there for. Okay, so you gotta find a guy first. Oh my god, this is just so stupidly convoluted.
Are you sure that's the thing?
Yeah, because you don't have a peep on your eye thing. You gotta find a guy
and
first.
that is the thing that makes me be able to speak to objects.
Yes. Which you only have one at any given time. No, that's where you came from.
But yeah, it gives me a reason to then interact with mortals in the feeding way. I have nothing really against that. But if they're super hard to find.
Yeah, just keep going downstairs. We have a lead from Lurk Chan. Thank you, Lurk Chan. That was much appreciated.
Indeed.
Can you keep going down? No.
So where?
Try to like actually read the
Evidence room.
Nope. Oh, like trying to read the signs on the doors. Maybe we can like actually know like what the fuck we're going. This is the evidence room. There's nobody there. Just ignore it. But there was like a door to the right that you passed by.
Seattle PD, full of.
Oh my god! Shut up, Fabian.
There,
no, there she is. No, that's not the right door. Like, go back. There's like something in blue on the right side of the.
There we go.
Maybe there it is.
Special operations.
No, nope, that's your office. Go back.
Office.
Just ignore. Pass by. There, that one. Holding and processing. Yeah, that's where Lurchin said that it was. Just literally follow the. Oh my god! Follow the yellow line.
Yeah.
There we go. They put the yellow line there for. Oh, okay. That's that end.
It was a confusion. Good.
That guy.
That guy. That the guy in the drunk tank, of course.
How's it hanging, Harry?
So good, Fabio.
Hey, come closer for a moment.
And food for you, Fabio.
The fuck?
Very drunk.
Oh god, they didn't animate him.
Well, thank you. You won't miss it.
Now I should be drunk.
Yep.
Keep it real, Neil.
Nay, Mr. Bright.
Why'd they have a bunch of toilet paper, but there's no poopy thing for him? He's supposed to do it on the floor. Is there a bucket there? So many questions. Is he a RimWorld character?
I have answers, but they're not for public consumption.
Okay, so now we can go upstairs and talk to the cabinet file.
We can.
You can actually. You
Yes.
got the pip back.
Yes.
Nope.
No.
There you go. Left. There you go. Oh my god, you had one job, which was make the fucking thing moves as a mouth.
You got me. I never can resist a well-packed set of suspension files. So what is it today, Detective? A little dalliance with my dispatches? A thumb through my probation log?
Any word on DB Cooper? You know what DB Cooper is?
No.
Guy stole like a fuckload of money from a bank, jumped out of an airplane, and nobody has ever heard of him ever. He literally disappeared.
When?
Fuck, I think it was the 60s.
Nice.
DB
Any word
Cooper.
on DB Cooper? The usual. A fresh note from Mr. Sator filed under unverified.
He hijacked a Boeing 727 and parachuting from the plane mid-fight before disappearing.
The money. But a small, insignificant briefcase.
He's probably,
floating
like,
across
died
the
at
hall.
the...
The briefcase contained technology vital to the timeline's integrity. At precisely 8:13 p.m., a portal opened, allowing Cooper to slip into the future. The light turbulence was merely a side effect. If only they knew.
Being Illuminati. Benny mentioned that.
Anything that screams being Illuminati? It's been quiet on that front. Too quiet. You do say they're always watching.
Well, they are always wide awake and a bit jittery.
Ghost fairies?
Got anything new on the ghost fairies? Now, we do have a letter here from one Captain Salty, alleging that the spectral boats are military. He says here there's an underwater base deep under Puget Sound. Enemy scientists are running aquatic time travel experiments. Apparently, it's a prelude to the second Canadian invasion. He claims the first one already happened.
I guess he got something right.
Yeah, that is true. The Canadians did beat the Americans in a war.
About the rebar killer?
Don't know if they invaded them.
Detective, I did not expect someone to rattle my drawers so thoroughly this early in the evening.
Oh, you know I always try to be gentle. What have you got?
You'll have to forgive me. It's a little dusty around my fundament. But I do have a little something. Now that is interesting. Someone's been here before you. Oh, sure. There are news clippings, side notes, dockets, and warrants, all marked for your man. All in 1925. But the main case file, that's been lifted. Frankly, I feel violated.
What have you got on the killer without the case file?
A skeleton in my cupboard. The bones of a Storian. The flesh is missing. A series of mob hits in early 1925. Turf war, the funny papers call it. A clear out of local persons of interest to the police, and to those who serve hooch by the gallon. Same MO every time. Cold construction steel through the heart and a swift chop to the neck. A 5-week sensation of slaughter, and then it all dries up in a record heat wave and a crackdown on bootlegging. No one ever found the heads. Huh.
I should get to it.
Come back when you can. I always need a good sorting.
They took that one thing with the stop sign and turned into an entire character segment.
Yes, turned into a mechanic. Yes. I don't think that is terrible.
No, I don't either.
Let's
I
see.
just think it's, what's the word that you used? Derivative.
Yes. But yeah, it's a nice way of I think reminding us that he is the Malkavian. The way that these conspiracy things are phrased and so on.
Pick a lead and move on because it's getting late and we need to force a save.
Actually, we should
we can't.
save.
Yeah, but that's the thing, we can't.
What?
It does it on itself.
What do you mean?
There is no like a save on exit is a feature from for patch like 1.4 and I don't know like for 1.4.
Okay. I think we are on 1.4 though, because we just downloaded. But yeah, I will go to another place and then after I gone to the place, there will probably be another save point. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. Like when we see the little Camarillo thing.
Okay.
Only see the Halloween update patch. Yeah, the official website I think only has the
It's not
update
out
thing.
yet. Because it did update for a while.
Yeah, but we can always find out. Let me actually check the Facebook thing. Yeah, no, patch 1.04 is out now. Let's see like what's on the roadmap. Save on exit is on 1.04.
Yeah, there you go. We are now at Hole in Wall also, so this is a perfect place to stop. Nice.
All right.
Nice. This
Well,
was
let's actually
populated. Now it's populated. Now it's proper. Here we go. These are some good people.
not a single person sitting on any of the tables in any of the bars so far. I think
Maybe they don't have a sitting.
animation.
All right. Yeah. There they are. They are sitting here. Look,
Okay, cool.
look. Yes. Nice.
You're excused, game.
Yes. And thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure.
I think you should stop first. Just
Yes.
like stop with the game.
With the game. How do I
Start L1.
Yes. L1.
Exit. Quit game.
Yes.
Let's hope that we don't have to do this all the way back. Click on live on scene 2 so we can say bye.
Yes.
Thank you to the 2 brave soldiers that made it to
Yes.
the end. Lurchin and Forlorn, you lads or lasses or lads and lasses are awesome.
Fantasticness. And see you next time. Blood and Souls, have a good weekend. We'll probably play something in the weekend, right?
Most likely.
Yeah, most likely. But yeah, off we go. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Sweet dreams.
Okay. Now we
Stop
keep
streaming.
on stream ending soon. And we mute ourselves. Bye-bye.